character name.
Well, the same way you do it normally, Dave. And hello, everybody.
I don't know how to do it
Welcome
normally.
to the Effect stream on YouTube. We've got an extra bonus program. We don't normally stream on Tuesdays on YouTube or on Twitch. We're on Twitch as well, but don't watch us on Twitch. We don't talk to you when you're on Twitch, Andy. We are in the hands today of Mr. Slayer himself, Paul, who is our resident expert on SLA Industries. Careful to say that, because for 10 years, 20 years, been calling it SLA.
It's
well, I know. So SLA Industries is where we are. We've also got Bruce down here, and if I twist my fingers that way, we've got my co-host Dave, and this is his first time using Roll20. So
probably second time, but I just forget. In between, I kind of have a mental wipe, so I totally forget what to do.
If you want to know how to play SLA Industries, watch this, because we will be asking how you play SLA Industries. And if you want to know how to use Roll20, again, watch this, because Dave will be asking incessantly how to use Roll20. Now, I'm going to hand over to you, Paul. You are now the master of ceremonies.
And
welcome
instantly regretting having volunteered to run this game for us. Sorry, Paul.
No. I'm more than happy. Welcome to SLA Industries. SLA Industries is a company. It's a huge corporate entity over not only Mort City, but the entire planet and the universe, expanded universe, in which Mr. Slayer, the owner of SLA Industries, aptly refers to it as the world of progress. SLA employs operatives. These highly trained agents are the boots on the ground in Mort City, a place filled with violence, drugs, strange alien races, and built entirely on lies. An operative will have to do a job. They are not always glamorous. Quite often, you basically do jobs. They are called BPNs, which stand for Blueprint News. They may consist of anything from exterminating carnivorous rats or pigs in the sewers to securing and retrieving ancient artifacts of the Ebonite race. Operatives work for the promise of two things: a solid payout, which will allow you to buy stronger armor and bigger guns, and an SCL increase, security level, allowing them to climb the ranks within the company. Mort City is a toxic wasteland. The environment has been destroyed. It never ends. Rain never stops. Toxic acid rain never stops. Mort City itself, if I can share my screen.
Share the screen.
Mort City itself is a multi-layered example of how the society works, with the high security clearance people at the top, and the lower level people, lower classes, down all the way down into the depths beneath, where it is not necessarily rain that always falls, but also possibly leaks from the sewerage system, etc.
Right.
Each level is or are basically self-contained cities. They are broken into sectors. So, for instance, if you're going to 2-216, means you're going to level 2 and sector 216. The planet itself is fairly large and completely and utterly environmentally destroyed. Mort City is the capital. You have, as operatives, you have just graduated from Mini, which is basically here. It's part boot camp, part university. where you basically get fast-tracked and taught your variety of courses, be that close assault, investigation and interrogation, or heavy support. There is many others that people can get taught, medicine, etc., because everything is required in for operatives. You have been called, basically you've took the bullet train, the massive grab lift train that crosses the toxic wastelands that between the city-states on Mort City, and have arrived in Mort City itself. You have made your way to a BPN hall, which effectively are a mass of operatives sitting and waiting in queues, hoping to get some sort of job or work. You have been assigned a BPN. The BPN that you've been assigned is you were to report unexplained noise are coming from the sewers in downtown sector 2-116. Squads to investigate noise, disturbance, local sewers. Squads no solo operatives. Report to Shiver squad at the vehicle for pool for transportation. You will get a 0.1 SCL increase and 75 credits each. So that's the very, very quick overview of what we'll be doing tonight. But just to very, very quickly give you an overview of the system, it uses the S5S system, which is basically a D10 system. You roll a number of D10, add some modifiers to each of those D10s. If you hit a target number, you succeed. If more of the D10s hit the target number, you succeed better. So, for instance, if you have a stat of like 3 and a skill of 2, you roll the D10s and you add 5 to each of the D10s. Generally speaking, the target number is about 10. So, in other words, that would give you a 50% chance of hitting it. And then you roll a number of D10s equal to your skill plus 1, and you also roll a success dice. The success dice tells you how, if you succeed or not. The other dice to tell you how well you succeed. So, for instance, if I rolled, if I have got 2 skill, I'd be rolling 3 of the red and 1 black, and I'd be adding a total 5 to each. So, for instance, I got you can. I don't know if you can. Actually, I will do a roll on the roll 20.
Are we going to be rolling on roll 20, or do I need to?
You can roll on roll 20. I'm just letting you. It's up to you. The character sheet that I wrote completely and utterly does all the dice rolling for you.
Okay,
handles all weapons. Rolls all the damage. Everything's basically self-containing. I was just giving you a very, very rough overview of the game system. It's a very simple. You roll a number of d10s, add the modifier to each of the d10s, and then count up how many successes you get. It's as simple as that. Basically, it's a very, very simple. It's at its root a simple system.
I'm always happy to dish out my bag of d10s.
Totally up to you, but all you need to do for this is you literally click, say if you're making an acrobatics roll, you click acrobatics, and then on the roll 20, it asks you to type in the target number, so 10, which is the normal one. If you have any modifiers for the success dice, which is the black dice is called the success dice, which I will let you know if there are any skill dice modifiers, and then it will literally do the dice rolling and tell me that I got 1 success and, well, a total of 1 success. So I succeeded and I got 3 skill successes. That was a very, very good success, basically. Cool. Similar sort of idea for weapon attacks. if you scroll down and look at the weapons, you can see we've got a roll here. So if I wanted to make an attack with, now you can see there's 3 versions of the weapon. I just made 3 versions. You've only got one, but one is for single shot, one is for burst fire, and one is for long burst, basically. So you've got 3 different types of weapon fire. Obviously, they use 3 different types of 3 different amounts of bullets.
Yeah. Now,
one thing to know about the World of Progress is it is extremely celebrity orientated. Operatives become celebrities when they get more famous. They get sponsorship deals,
licensing details.
Get licensing decals. You basically start wearing your sponsors, like a Formula One car. You wear sponsorship on your armor and on your weapons. You get filmed by Third Eye News a lot because basically you're good news. Because in the World of Progress, the televisions are always on and you can never turn them off. So every single home has a television that never turns off. Television is the drug of the nation, basically, the drug of Mort City, and celebrities and operatives basically fuel that need. But one thing that they found out is people get better ratings if with melee weapons. So what SLA Industries brought in is they brought in a bullet tax. So it means that bullets cost far more. They are far more expensive than they should be. To basically make it, to incentivize people to basically get into close combat rather than basically shoot, which is boring. As far as the ratings are concerned.
As far as the viewers are concerned.
Yes, as far as the viewers are concerned. For instance, Drew has a very big gun called a Fen Power Reaper. If he puts that onto suppressive fire, it would use his whole clip in one round. You have 2 clips, and a clip in the Power Reaper isn't cheap. It costs bear with me a quick second. So the clip cost for the Power Reaper is 70 credits. You're getting paid 75 credits for this BPN. Yeah. So just to give you a heads up, it's not cheap.
Don't shoot anything, Drew. Although of course it is handy that we do have the stereotypical Scotsman playing the stereotypical Scotsman, so I'm sure he will be well aware of the amount of credit that his bullets cost.
But he's not playing a stereotypical frother, because a stereotypical frother usually has a power claymore. Drew does not have a power claymore. He is basically a close support person with a big flipping gun.
Big gun instead of a sword.
Yeah, he's a hipster frother.
Yes, a little bit. So I basically put in, for instance, you can see here, this is basically the submachine gun that Ghoul uses. The Power Reaper is here, which is obviously a bigger gun. You have an auto pistol that Sasan Krop uses, rolls off the tongue. And then basically
Sasana Krop.
Sasana Krop. It's easy enough to say.
Yeah. I think Sasana works for sure.
Sasana. Yep. And then also Gaul has a Stormer Chuckle Duster, which is basically a knuckle duster with a chainsaw wrapped around it.
Which is just a sensible way of.
It is subtle. It's the one that you can see on the GM screen. That is what he is.
Right.
That is what he is gripped there, basically. So,
So just to help me for a moment, then, when I am about to use my chuckle duster on
Yep.
a
Bad guy.
Bad guy.
let's say stereotypical Scotsman. Oh, bad guy. That's what
Bad guy. Yes.
On the spreadsheet, how do I actually do that? Do I do?
Okay, so literally, there's a button here by the Stormer called Roll. Can you see it? I'm highlighting it on the main screen.
So I'm looking at the wrong screen now. Show
Even
me
I
again.
got that, Matt. Come on. This is
So,
really
Yeah, I was looking at
here.
my own character sheet at the time.
On your own character sheet, by the Stormer Chuckle Duster, if you go to the right to the right of the where it says Equip 3, there is a button with what looks like a D20 on it.
Right. Yes. And that will calculate all the bonuses and stuff.
It will do all the bonuses. Well, it'll ask you certain bonuses.
My target number.
Yep.
Let's assume I do that there.
And it will also tell you.
And
it will also tell you basically if you do any additional successes, because the more successes you get in combat, the more damage you do.
Right.
And also your strength means you do a little bit more damage.
So there's buttons there that say reroll success and reroll skill. What's that about?
Yep. You have the opportunity if you are using certain skills or talents or but yeah, basically certain skills or talents, or there's things called if you look at your character sheet, you have things called body, brains, and bravado. They are basically what they call rating points that let you do out of the extraordinary things, and some of those are rerolls. So it doesn't come into it very often, but it might do, depending if you're using like automatic fire or not. We'll cover that when we get into combat. So I'll just quickly go over the characters. Cool. You can see at the top, you've got your statistics, which is strength, dexterity, knowledge, concentration, charisma, and cool. You also have, which basically you've got two sets, one which is the normal, one which is boosted. There are combat drugs which you can buy, which increase your statistics. You can get a better armor that increases statistics. There's different things that basically give you boosts, and that's why you've got two, one for the unboosted and one for the boosted level.
But I haven't got any of those things that give you boosts.
Nope, you haven't got any of those things at the moment because you are starting characters and you are strapped for cash, living you're living basically on level 2 in pretty rubbish sort of like apartments.
Digs.
Well,
Cool.
more
and the
bed
counting
sits.
doesn't go from the top level. Like top level isn't level 1.
The top level is level 1.
Oh, excellent.
So if we, you're level 2, which you're downtown 2. So you're lower down. You're in a downtown, which is basically level 2.
Right.
But you're not in basically more central or the nicer quarters. Downtown, you got to remember that you know it's constantly raining on you because basically the overspill from the floor above you. You can actually see a cutaway downtown district level is literally here. It's just not a pleasant. It's like a completely utterly sealed in, and it rains, so it's basically mainly seepage from the levels above. Not pleasant. So the character sheets. Sorry, going back. The next bit of the characters you've got is body, brains, and bravado. So they are what I called rating points. They enable you to do out of the ordinary things. So I am just body rating points let you do effectively combat or athletics or that sort of stuff. You can do out of the ordinary things. So if you wanted to basically instantly hit somebody, you could spend a certain number of rating points and instantly hit them. Where is rating points? There you go. So you can basically use rating points to basically ignore a hit. So if somebody does like a stupendously nasty hit on you, you can go, well, it was only a flesh wound, and spend some rating points to basically knock those down. Brains lets you basically do re-rolls. You can ask me for a moment of inspiration. So it's basically for, intelligence, sort of more knowledge and concentration type skills. And then, so in other words, body is for strength and dexterity type skills. And then charisma and cool are covered by bravado. So you can do out of the ordinary things using those. Initiative bonus is used in combat. Luck. Luck is basically, you can spend a point of luck and get a reroll. So that's where a reroll comes in. You have a finite number of luck points, but you can spend them and get an instant reroll. Again, I will. Yeah, you can reroll a success dice or any of the skill dice, or any of the all of the skill dice. You can spend 2 points of luck if you want, and reroll both. Next,
can you regain luck? Do you regain luck?
Yes, I think you get luck back at the end at the beginning of the next session. So as far as this is concerned, this is what you've got your luck. This is what we're gonna deal with. Hit points is fairly explanatory. This is how much damage you can take before you fall over. Ghoul has a stupid amount compared to everyone else. I think
I have 27.
Sasan will have the least. You've got 12.
12, I think, yeah.
Compared to 27. I think Drew's got quite a bit as well. He has 18. It's not bad.
I don't like getting into fights though because it messes up my really nice outfits.
Yes,
I got these guys to get into fights.
You got style. You've only got a pistol, so.
I was planning. You're the sniper, right?
Not
Aren't
me.
you?
No, Sasin is more of the face of the party.
I'm the cat, but I'm a bird.
Yes.
Right, very well.
Ow!
You have armor. Now, if you look at armor, you can see basically you have PV and resistance. Basically, PV is basically how much damage you take off any damage that you take. So if you take like 5 points of damage and you got a PV 4, you only took 1 hit point of damage.
I'm not seeing PV. Where is that?
So if you scroll down,
oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Down
see
the
hard.
bottom.
Got PP, You've got PP 10 hard. You've got a PV of 6, and it's got resistance of 20. Gotcha. Now, there's certain things. If you look on your weapon list, you can see the weapons basically have a skill. They have a damage. That's the hit point of damage. They then have a minimum damage. So in other words, if you roll rubbish and you got lower than the minimum damage of the weapon, you always do the minimum damage of a weapon.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you've got AD, and that's armor damage. So what happens is your armor is a bit ablative, so it can take damage, and if it takes too much damage, the PV drops. So if you take half of your resistance in damage on your armor, it drops. Your PV will drop down to either 3 or whatever. The character sheet deals with that. So all you need to do is record the amount of damage in the damage by your armor. You can actually see it.
Right.
It's simple. The character sheet should knock it down and change the PVs. I think that's about it. Apart from that, there is a stupid amount of skills in the game. There is a lot of skills. It covers a lot of different things. Yes, but we'll cross that bridge. You've got most of the useful ones.
We got Lang Christie, we got Lang Neophron, we got Lang Shaktarian.
There's lots of different languages.
We've got no Lang Belter though, have we?
There's no Lang Belter.
Right, very well.
No. But you've got sign language. You've got Bayer, Gristle, all the different, like near from, which is basically near from, which is what Dave is playing, would speak. You've got Raytheon, which is basically they're sort of like lizardine cat people-ish. They're not really very cat-like, but you've got Gristle, which is basically ADVs speak, which are advanced carrions. They've been basically brought into the fold. But yeah, well,
Cool.
So
Cool.
That's basically a very, very quick overview of the system. So going back to the BPN, you have gone to the VPN halls, which, as I said, it's a bit like an airport waiting room. The waiting lounge for airports, where you've got all the plastic seats, lots of screens listing out all the BPNs, and you've got a queue. So it's like queuing at a bank, where you've got like the rope.
Your ticket,
SLA Industries is exceedingly bureaucratic, without proper bureaucracy. So you need somebody who's quite good at bureaucracy to basically help you get the best BPNs, get the best gear. The certain gear is restricted by SCL, so you need a higher security clearance to basically get better gear. Finding that better gear is also difficult. Again, it's all built in, but as this is basically the quick start, we've got a pre-generated BPN. You've been told to report down to
2116.
Report to Shiver Squad 116. Shivers are the human underdog police force. They're sort of like tasked with keeping the violent streets of Mort City free from trouble. Often called the Greens because they wear green. They wear green body blocker. So the lowest armor that most operatives wear are what the Shivers come in. You can actually see there is a Shiver here. Typical street scene of a Shiver. They are called the Greens because they basically wear green. They do the dirty work so that the operatives don't have to. Most Shivers couldn't cut it as an op, or never tried. Some are very proud of the fact that they are Shivers, and they're called true Greens. And there's quite a camaraderie compared to where the operatives, where quite often each operative team is quite often out to, because you're all trying to basically get celebrity, and if another team is getting celebrity, quite often you don't want them to. So there's quite a lot of, not necessarily backstabbing, but sometimes backstabbing.
Literal backstabbing occasionally.
But as long as you don't get caught.
Yeah.
So we've got to go to Shiver Squad 177F vehicle pool.
You report to the vehicle pool. You can see as you get to there is basically a massive underground car park full of Shiver vehicles. You see you're pointed towards a battle taxi APC, massive sort of armored personnel carrier with a turret, similar to what was in Aliens, but obviously legally copyrightably different. And you can see a group of Shivers standing around it. You can see basically one of them goes, "Oh, the actors are here." show ponies inbound, and the you can see the sergeant looks over. Secure that shit right now. You ready to go?
Show ponies, hey?
Don't listen to him.
From someone
Okay.
who's
won't
never
listen
had
to him.
the courage to actually do anything. So if you want to be a green, that's fine. It's a very, very honourable job.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna basically, make sure my suit is nicely done up and say, presumably we've got some protective overalls in the vehicle for this trip. I don't want to get my expensive clothes dirty.
Yeah, we've got lots of protective overalls now. Get in.
Which one of them called us show ponies?
One of it was like there was like a group of shivers. It's difficult to see. You could give me a detect roll if you wish to have a little.
Let's have a look at that.
I
might be good at that.
You give us a roll to see if you.
What's my target number?
The target number will be 10.
Okay. I get no success dice modifiers or skill dice modifiers.
Nope.
Okay.
So that basically, if you mouse over, you can actually see the dice rolls, and you got no successes.
I'm going to try as well because I'm.
Yeah, that's fine.
Target of 10 was that?
Yeah, that is a target of 10. Yeah, generally speaking, it will always be a target of 10 unless I say otherwise. Just to keep it easy.
1 success and 3 on the skill dice.
Which basically what that means is you 1 success, 1 in the success dice means you succeeded.
Yeah.
And then the 3 in the skill dice means the level of success. It was that one who's literally just got into the back of the APC. You know exactly which one he's sitting the third on the left.
I'll say
it was Shiver unit 45ZB.
45ZB. I'll tap Gaul on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I assume he's quite big. I guess.
Yeah,
I'm quite
just
tall
to give you a difference in size. Gaul is about somewhere between 8 and 9 foot tall. You are like about 5 foot.
Oh yeah, okay, I see it.
So you can tap me on the waist then.
I'll tap him on the bicep.
Yeah.
And I'll say as you're going, it was that one, and I'll point directly in the face of the guy who said it, so he can see me doing it.
He sort of sheepishly looks at you and then looks down.
Right.
Yeah.
I will walk over to him.
Okay, so as you go to the back of the APC, you can see there's basically a number of seats. The back seats, there's back 2 seats are Stormer sized, so big, massive, sort of like almost throne like seats compared to everyone else. There is about 3 foot. You could push your way through them, but you can't actually get to him easily. I'm not saying you can't. You literally have to basically, push the Shiver's knees out the way. They're basically moving back because it's quite cramped in the back of the APC. But
right.
you can do if you wish.
But there's a couple of seats waiting,
don't we? So
yeah, there's a couple of seats waiting for you right by the exit.
Okay. I will choose. Is there a seat next to the individual who called us show ponies?
He's quite surprisingly. He's quite deep into the APC. Effectively, you've got 4 Shivers taking up the furthest 2 seats. 2 seats on each side.
The nearest 2 seats to the corridor. And then him.
The furthest, the nearest seats to the front of the APC, because obviously the back of the APC is where you're entering.
So what have I got between him and me?
Sorry.
What? So who is
there is basically there's 2 Shivers basically, which you'd have to you could lean over and basically into his face if you wish.
I'm decided I want to sit in one of the Shiver seats that's next to him. So I'm gonna.
It'll be like a fully grown adult sitting in a child's primary seat.
Yeah, that's exactly the image I was looking for there.
Yep. Okay.
First of all, I need to
be extremely hunched over.
out of the seat. So I need to stare at the human who's occupying.
Okay, so give me an intimidation roll.
That's what I wanted to do. Okay.
Yeah.
My target value is 10.
It is 8.
8.
Yes.
Easier.
You're a stormer.
Right. I get 1 success with 4 skill dice.
Okay. You sort of like move over. The Shiver like looks, and he sort of like gets up and sort of like clambers over his mates to get out of your way. As does the one that was sitting by 4-5 ZB. And 4-5 ZB is just like, you can see him. Obviously, you can't see his face because they wear, as you can see in they wear a full head helmet. But you can see him just like looking.
He's fidgeting in a very uncomfortable way.
Yeah, very, very much fidgeting.
I will squeeze myself into the seat next to him, knees up around my shoulders, and obviously occupy, being polite like you are in an aeroplane, but using my massive bulk just to.
Yeah, he's sort of like squeezed up to the sort of like side of the the most front that he can get. The sergeant, the Shiver sergeant, basically shakes his head, smiling, and steps in.
Right, I'm ready for us to go.
How big is Bruce? How big are you, Bruce? Drew?
Drew is probably be a bit bulkier than human, so I'm just assuming
bigger than humans.
6 foot, 6'5".
Yeah,
about that. But I think Drew is more interested where the combat drugs might be kept on the place, right? or the medical bit.
Like...
Yeah, not that there's a thing about frothers and
that is one thing. Bruce, Drew, you do have some combat drugs already.
Yeah,
you have 5 doses of Rush.
Yep.
Rush lasts about an hour or so. I've actually put 2 hours. It lasts for 2 hours, and what it does is it gives you 2 actions every round. So instead of normally 1, you get 2 actions. Basically, it's literally you're just twitching on horrendously addictive drugs, which you're already addicted to. Frothers get very addicted to lots of drugs. They like their drugs, do frothers. I like
the fact that my med kit is called Booper.
Yes, it's a Booper Caddis or Booper med kit, and you got. I think Drew has a Booper Caddis.
Yeah,
the Booper Caddis is basically the instant. So you can basically just hit the and it automatically fires off drugs basically. Instantly. Okay. Welcome aboard. I'm Shiver Sergeant Akbar, currently here to take you to 2116 to relieve the downtown patrol currently stationed there and assist you in any way which you need. Given this is little more than a pig hunt, I'm hoping that means we can stay above ground and you'll and we'll still be back for lunch. So he basically hops in. You buckle up. The doors shut, and you get that judder as the car, the APC slowly moves off. Again, you can't really see where you're going, so you're just getting hustled and bustled by the jiggled by the movement of the APC as you slowly move through. Mort City, is multi-leveled. It goes down as far as it is wide. Each level is known as a district. Each district is split into a number of sectors, much like a grid reference, to allow Shivers to respond to specific locations. The squad is heading to, as I said, 2116, which means District 2, in other words, the second layer of Mort and Sector 116. It's a sprawling, dark city that can't see the daylight due to the floor of the district above them. and constant rainfall comes on account of the water filtering down from layers above, or possibly a sewerage leak. You journey basically down three one-way streets, three lane one-way streets, cheap neon lights, buildings line the market streets with residential three lined with streets, broken street lights, etc. The APC stops. Again, the ramp drops down at the back. The Shiver by Gaul. It is you definitely can smell something. You're not sure. He's definitely hasn't moved or even touched Gaul. So he must be in quite a bit of pain from the hour journey down. Mortars are very, very big. You basically the road is messy. The two lanes blocked off by carts and stalls selling food, general supplies, and sundries. Almost as if a supermarket has burst onto like the street itself. The buildings line are residential, 3 to 5 stories high, ranging from 10 to 15 meters, with flat roofs that sit just a few meters below the messy ceiling, covered in pipes and lights, which fill the gaps in the darkness between the broken street lamps below. A light rain falls on the ceiling, bouncing off the fabric stall covers and pooling in uneven pools in the pavements. Cheap neon lights, advertising hoardings, punctuating the grey decor, and civilians huddle in badly lit food counters. A Third Eye News ICU drone, like a big sort of like round drone with a camera on it, dips above and scans the operatives as it does. Following the drone, you can see an eager-looking photogenic reporter and her bodyguard. This is Zala Pincho of Third Eye News reporting on the hubbub in downtown Sector 2116, where both Shivers and operatives have just arrived on the scene, assumingly to investigate the unexpected noises that we've been hearing about. And she basically holds the mic out to you, takes one look at you, sees the and cut. See your SCL 10. Let's get the fuck out of here. They're sending these useless plebs. Let's deal with it. Clearly, there's no story here. Later. And she basically starts walking off.
Before she goes, because I would have walked over in a very kind of like almost catwalk kind of way, looking at the camera, waving at the crowds. I don't know. I've got arms, haven't I? I'm not.
You've got arms.
I haven't got
arms and hands.
And am I feathered? Am I?
You have got a bit of feathers, yeah.
Sure, I understand.
Yep. So I'm going to be obviously flowing my feathers as I'm walking forward in a really extravagant way. And as soon as she starts going, I can say, dear lady, please. There are things here hidden beneath the surface that a astute and intelligent reporter like yourself might just want to hang around for and see what's going on.
No.
Can I make a persuasion roll?
You could certainly try. Yes.
Okay.
You do notice that she's got SCL. She's an SCL 8, so she outranks you. But you can definitely try. Yes, this will be a 16. Target
16.
number is 16.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely saying to her, I can see that you're
let me just double check that 16. I don't want
to.
to.
An exalted SC8.
No.
SCL 8.
13. Sorry, 13.
13. So I get persuasion. I've got rank of 3, and the bonus is 7 with charisma.
Yep. So what you do is
target number is
13.
13. Yep.
If you type in 13, click OK through the bonuses because there are no bonuses, and then see what we get. And
nothing.
Unfortunately, no. You had a chance of doing it, but she basically goes, "No, I've got better things to do." SEMA when you're a bit higher SCL.
It's your loss. Your loss. You're going to miss out on a great story.
Yeah, right. And she basically, you can see it basically goes off. She goes off about 10, 15, 20 foot. There's a car parked. She gets in the car and it drives off. Again, the car's got decals of Third Eye News on it. By Akbar, or by where you pulled up, you can see there's another Shiver patrol, and they're standing outside what looks like a large sewer grate. It's like it built into the wall. It's like around about 7 foot in size. It's great. It's got like locks on it, and it leads off into the darkness, basically.
I assume that there were some protective clothing and stuff in the APC.
Nope.
You guys go first.
You are wearing body blocker, which is basically a protective of sorts. It is pretty good armor. The unfortunate thing with
it's my fine clothes and my lovely plumage I'm more concerned about.
Yes, well, yes, you are going into sewers, so it's good to be. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's fine.
Okay, so.
Okay, note to self: bring appropriate clothing for next time.
You'll have to buy some. I stride off towards the entrance to the sewers.
There's a number of Shivers there, and there seems to be 2 other citizens there. They loose robes. They've got a what looks like a dirty, disgusting sort of white apron. Possibly they might be food preparers, some sort of fast food vendors. And the Shivers basically look at you. These heard the noises.
Another bright example of our Shiver brethren. Excellent. What noises did we hear exactly?
My name's Beth, sir. I heard a scream. I think it was some sort of scream. Yeah, scream. Yeah. I reckon it was a carrion. Yeah, it was a carrion. I reckon it was carrion.
A carrion.
I didn't see any carrion. I don't know about that. No, it was a carrion. It was. So you're getting like an interjection between both of them. They're almost talking at each other rather than talking to you.
What's a carrion?
Carrions are basically originally they were the species, the native species of the planet. They were almost Anubis-like. They looked originally, but then
yes. Okay.
After the horrific environmental meltdown, they now look a bit like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
That blue one.
Sort of
all of them
kind of things.
All of them are carrion. The one at the back is what they call an advanced carrion or a greater carrion.
Right.
Really good.
They have the traditional weapons, which are hockey sticks. So you basically see there. You've got
okay.
Wonderful operatives fighting lots of different carrion there, basically. So yeah, carrion are they have like almost like dog-like skull heads. They infest the sewers. They eat anything. Sometimes they basically take citizens, and sometimes they have to be gone. You have to go in and cull them.
So they're pests, basically.
Effectively, yeah, big pests, but pests. Yeah. Generally speaking, a carrion is not that much of a trouble for an operative. You could deal with a pack of carrion, but if it's a greater carrion, that's a little bit more of a worry. So yes, But basically, as you're basically hearing this, they continue talking, arguing.
I'm ignoring them.
Okay.
Is this a manhole we're going to go down?
It's a massive grate that opens, and you go into the sewers. It's like a big tube pipe.
Okay. Can I use a willful display of strength to bend the grate out of the way?
Yes, you can certainly damage Slay Industries property.
That comes out of your salary, mate, not ours. It's your money.
So I'm assuming it's unlocked.
It is unlocked. It is big and heavy gates. You reckon it'd be 2 people to open without a problem.
People, but I don't.
Without a problem, you reach up and you just basically easily open both large grate gates. The food vendors continue to argue amongst themselves whether it's a carrion. Yeah, but carrion
I'm just
don't
heading
count.
in.
Yep. You head in. What are the other 2 doing?
I'm going to let them argue amongst themselves, because if they're not making a sound, unless
I'm saying it's carrion, the other one goes, "Oh, it can't be carrion. Carrion don't carry guns, and I heard gunfire." And he goes, "Well, I don't know about that." And basically, there's lots of back and forth between each of them, basically.
And how many of these did you hear? How many screams? How many carrion? How much gunfire?
There was a lot of screaming. I heard gunfire. I don't know. I heard gunfire. Yeah, I heard gunfire. It was, again, they start arguing between themselves again, ignoring you.
Have you gone in, Drew?
I'm thinking about leaving that. Yeah, I'm going to switch on because it's dark. You said I'm going to switch the flashlight underneath the Power Reaper to get the flashlight.
Is there a little bit of a crowd here?
There is basically a little bit of a crowd. Yes.
Okay. I'm as they go in, I'm going to turn and go in, turn and spread my arms wide, and with my great oratory, I'm going to say, "People of the city, do not worry, because what's our blistering something, aren't we?
Blistering rain.
Blistering rain, the blistering rain are here to protect you and protect the city." I'm going to make an oratory roll, if I may.
Yes, you definitely can make an oratory roll.
Target number?
I'll say 10.
10, okay. See how I do. It's one of the things I'm good at. Success 1, skill 1.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 1 bravado rating point for that. As people look over you and go, okay. So that will increase your bravado up to 3.
Cool. Can I just amend that on the form then?
Yeah, just change it on the character sheet. Knock it up to literally. If you click on it, you can use the up and down arrow to change it basically.
Oh yeah, I got that. Perfect. And then I'm going with a big swish and a flourish. I'm going to say, "Remember the name, Blistering Rain," and swirl and go in behind the other two.
There's a few people sort of like, look over and go, "Oh, are they on the telly?" I don't know. What channel are they normally on? And there's a little bit of conversation going on. I don't know. They look very impressive though, didn't they?
As I'm walking in, they're going to say, "We're on the Effects YouTube channel."
So I have changed you to a new sheet. Hopefully, you should be able to see yourselves here.
I've got a token. I've got a token.
You have a token, and you can see how big you are compared to everyone else.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So Matthew's the ugly big one.
Matthew is the humongously ugly, huge, big one. Yes.
Okay.
This is why I take any reference to horses as a personal insult.
Yes. Stormers are bioengineered creatures of combat created by SLA Industries. Frothers are basically humans that have done a lot of drugs, basically, and they continue to do even more drugs. and Neophrons are an alien race that have joined SLA Industries recently, within the last like 20 odd years.
Bioengineered or not, I've had too many barmen say, "Why the long face?"
Yes.
So as soon as we're
yeah,
inside, I'm going to say to these two, okay, I've done my bit, guys. Come on, it's up to you to beat the shit out of these things, and then when we go out, leave the talking to me.
well, you are not only a talky person, you are also an investigation and
Yes,
interrogation skilled person. So that's why
I'm
you
also-
have high detect.
I'm also tiptoeing around all the shit and trying to get as little of this stuff on me as possible.
I'm striding through and splashing.
Okay, just bear with me a second. I will reveal some more areas. So up ahead, you can see the actual sewage way, where it smells in here quite badly. You can see basically eddies and swirls of effluent and other things, like patches of weird algae and strange, like skittering sounds that, you know, at the extremities of your flashlight, as your flashlight basically scans down the passage as you walk down. So just move yourself where you want to go, and I will reveal areas as and when you can see them. Now, just to give you another quick, you have a movement rate. Ghoul, you have a moving rate of 3, which is basically walking effectively, and rushing of 6. Compared to everyone else's 2 and 5, and Drew, everyone has got a 2 and 5. So you do move quicker than everyone else.
Right. So I'm just coming here.
Yep.
And your man Drew is also. Are these doors these sideways?
No, they are literally effluent. It's where the effluent basically comes in. There's like it's like a little ramp. Again, this whole sort of area, it's made out of sort of, it's old. It's tiled. It looks quite old. There is broken like conduits hanging down in it. There's like broken pipes that are spewing. It's like strange green sort of like liquids. There's a strange, again, horrific smell. And as you basically get there, you see basically a pile of dead bodies with a sort of like almost carpet of rats on it. As your lights sort of like scan over the rats, they basically scatter, but when they sort of like creep back as the light basically moves away. They seem to be very skittish from the light.
What are these bodies?
The bodies seem to be carrion. There is a number of carrion. These are mort rats come in a variety of different sizes. These are the smaller, almost normal size rats. But you get rats that are bigger and sometimes like Alsatian size rats, which are Killian Browns. They also sometimes hunt in large packs and can be problematic.
So
these seem to be staying away from you, though.
I observed Sasanakop. Not carrion making noise. Carrion dead. Something
there's a number of bodies there.
I'm going to.
Does it look safe up there? Does it, Ghoul?
Everywhere looks safe.
As you basically approach, the rats basically scatter, disappear up like tubes, pipes. Go under. Some of them go underwater. Disappear, and you can just see like there's a pile of dead carrion.
So when the rats clear, do we see bullet holes or anything in them?
Can I have a detect roll, please, if you are basically looking over the scene?
Yeah, I can.
As you investigate the scene, so to speak.
I'm good at that. What's the target number? 10?
It'll be 10, yes.
Okay. What did I get there? Did that show? There we go. So no success, but skill.
You got no success, but got 3 skill. Now, because you got 3 skill dice success, let me just double check that. You can convert that into 1 success. So it just gives you a basic success. It gives you the advantage of having a higher skill. Basically, it gives you another chance of getting success. Let me just triple check that.
Looks like Drew did better than me anyway.
Yeah. That's because I'm up close looking at the body. You're not distance far away.
I'm looking at it from a distance. Yeah, this is all a bit yucky and mucky. This is your department, guys. You know, I'm publicity.
You've got to get up close and personal with this stuff.
Okay, so as you basically approach, you can see there's a lot of bullet holes in them. You also noticing casing.
Okay.
There's like bullet cases. You notice some bullet case. Now, all SLA Industries weapons are caseless.
Right.
Can I have a street wise roll, please? From if you have it, or even if you don't.
I've got streetwise target number 10.
Yep.
No bonuses or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good success from Dave.
Yeah.
So, where is that? Yeah. 3 successes is an incredible success. Just
okay. Hey, it's me.
Okay, so Drew, you got a success. Both of you realise it could be Dark Knight. Dark Knight is a rival company, arguably SLA Industries' oldest and most bitter enemy. They could be. It could be somebody using Dark Knight weapons, because Dark Knight usually are cased. They have copper cased ammo. Doesn't necessarily mean it's Dark Knight. It could be somebody using Dark Knight weapons, and it's definitely not Thresher because they're too small. There's a number of different rival companies out there, basically, which you usually have to deal with. One being Dark Knight. There's also Thresher, which you don't want to deal with. Thresher, they're very, very scary. And then there's also Tech Track, which they use a lot of drones.
So, are there any guns dropped?
Tell me a little bit about the politics.
No guns dropped.
Right.
Sorry.
These rival companies, do they all operate in Mort, or have they got their own city states?
They illegally operate in Mort. They are not legally operating Mort. So quite often they'll knock up, because Mort is they'll knock up sort of like possibly bases or manufacturing plants, possibly in the Cannibal District. Outside
of their own
cities, and they'll have
cities elsewhere.
Yes, they have their own sort of, and they might import and smuggle their stuff that they then try to sell to citizens, basically, or ne'er-do-wells, basically within Mort itself.
So I turn to Susanna Crop and say, "Bigger bounty."
Can I have a bureaucracy roll, Susanna Crop?
Yeah, let me just bring
if you have
bureaucracy might be one of my skills.
Is it admin and finance? Sorry, admin and finance.
Admin and finance.
Yeah,
I'm not great at admin and finance. In fact, I'm pretty poor, but I'll give it a go.
Okay, well, let me just see if there's another appropriate skill. Just bear with me a second. Give us a streetwise.
Okay, that's a bit better.
Yeah.
Target 10?
Yeah.
And 1 and 4.
you know that once you've assigned a BPN, you have to complete the BPN, and there's no renegotiations.
25.
Right, okay.
That's it. You know, you just get what's on the BPN. You never get any more.
Okay. So yeah, Gaul. I know you're new. We're all new at this, but you have to do the contract you've accepted. We can't do anything else. Come on, you got to learn the game. Now I've done
Take
my
these
bit.
bodies out.
Find some things
Say
to
we've
beat
done
up.
the job.
Well, there's no noise going on, is there, at the moment? So
there is no noise, but you haven't successfully with that role. You haven't succeeded. You haven't completed the BPN. The BPN isn't completed, so you've completely worked out, because obviously something shot these up, so you need to find out what
we don't know where they are. Yeah, okay. So if there's any hole left in our kind of report going back, then we don't get paid, presumably.
Yeah,
we have to have covered off every single angle.
So the question I want to ask, I don't know if it's even within Drew's remit, is because they were shot here, but there was a direction or floating from it.
They look like they were shot here, and with your detect roll, you managed to work out that basically the people that shot them were coming. Let me just get my pinger. Were coming from this sort of direction, and you notice booted feet going, as in tracks in the slime and dirt, going this way.
So, sorry, are you saying, have I got a pinger? Can I ping?
Yep.
Where's my pinger?
If you
just click, yeah.
If you just click, as long as you've got the arrow selected, you can just literally click to ping.
I'm not pinging, or can you see my ping?
I'm seeing a green ping.
That was mine. I'm green. Matthews will be sort of like a sort of bluish color.
I'm drawing a line. Can you see the line I've drawn?
Yeah.
Yes.
So is my? I mean, I'm expecting
that is the way that they have going. Yes.
Is the evidence is that they've come from this direction, shot these guys, and then carried on up there?
Yes.
So the question is, I probably want to try to judge from the footprints. Does it look like they're walking away, or are they running?
They were walking away. When you go over here, you find more. Well, you notice like little sort of coppery lights. Possibly there might be more cases in the water down here, basically. But yeah, it possibly you reckon the carrion, because you did quite well. The carrion came from. Oops, that was me being rubbish. The carrion came from this way.
That's very rubbish. My arrow is a lot better than yours.
It was.
Are they freshly dead? Are they still bleeding, or are they long dead?
They are dead from about you reckon about 2 hours dead. Drew.
So not long.
I am inclined, and in fact, I will do this without knowing how much faster I am than anybody. I look up here.
Yeah.
In the direction they've gone. I look down at the bodies. How many bodies are there?
There is about eight carrion.
How many can I lift in one go?
You could lift maybe two. Pick up two, because it's like suppose you could pick up one. Give us an athletics roll.
Athletics. Acrobatics. Athletics.
Which you should be quite good at.
Target number 10.
Yeah. Yeah, you can pick up about 4, you reckon?
Right. I will stack 4, and then without saying a word to the others, hold on. I head off down here.
Yeah.
And back here.
Okay.
And up here.
Okay.
And
What are you doing, Gore?
Remember, you've got
Yeah,
headset
actually, are you
communicators. You
stuck
can
after me?
communicate with each other.
Oh, we've got a communicator. Huh.
Yeah.
Charging sewer.
We're not sewer cleaners, mate. Come on, we gotta. You can tidy the sewers up in your own time. Maybe let's go and find these guys who did this.
I take them out of the door. There's still shivers out there.
Yes.
Where's
The
Show Pony?
the show pony isn't around. They seem to have. No, actually, no. He's sort of standing over by the sergeant, but they're by the APC, maybe about 10, 15 meters away from you.
I stride up to him and deposit all 4 bodies at his feet, saying, "Causing blockage."
They sort of like, as soon he sees you sort of like heading up, and he sort of like backs up. They sort of sees you basically just drop them at his feet, and they sort of he sort of shakes. Obviously, you can't see his face, and then you go back into the sewer.
Yeah, I'm not spending much time to see his reaction.
Can I just ask? Do most people kind of hate the carrion? So the citizens here would be pleased to see some dead carrion.
They don't like carrion. Everyone wants them killed because they're just
Right.
vermin. But it's like, you know what I mean. You don't particularly want to see dead things, really.
Okay, well, we're trying to make a splash, so I'm going to follow. I'll follow Matthew Gall out when he was doing that, just to see what he was doing. And as he's dropping the bodies, I should again do a flourish to the people, then say, "Well, it's a start," and then turn around and go back in again.
But people, there's a few, quite a lot of the citizens who basically start moving away. You can see some of the more mobile food trucks literally exit, and there's quite a big gap around the 4 dead carrion, the gold deposits, and you head back into the sewers.
Well, as they say, all publicity is good publicity. So.
Cool.
I can see your man Bruce, not Bruce. What's your name, Bruce?
Drew's going a bit forward. He's
ahead.
not into this whole, yeah.
Okay.
Because Drew's going to follow you around searching there.
You can see there is like a slide, a walkway that that the sewer goes underneath, like one of those metal sort of flat metal walkways with no handrails, and it continues on up here. You've sort of like the footprints were sort of like over. Oops, wrong.
On this side.
Sort of, on this side.
Yeah.
And you think they went. Well, you've sort of like lost sight of them because you're on the other side.
Cross over to.
If you cross over here, you do find them again here. Let me just get the reveal areas.
And now these planks, I'm assuming I can step over these because I'm walking through.
Yeah. You basically, or you just basically pick them up and just put them behind you.
They're like put them back because I'm going to walk over them. I'm not getting in the actual sewer. So make sure you put them back there, Ghoul. And then I'm gonna walk over them.
Okay. Again, it continues to the right, down into sort of this way.
And this structure, is this much of an obstruction to me as I walk through it?
This is it is a metal. You either have to duck over it or clamber over it. You can clamber over it. It's no big. You're only like about. You're not even waist deep.
No, I feel I'm splashing, paddling in this sewage as I'm so tall. But show me if it gets suddenly.
Okay, so just bear with me a second. There seems to be a dead pig. So as you basically approach, oops, got it upside down. There we go. You notice there is a here. There is a what looks like a big set of double doors with a padlock on it. But the thing that draws your attention is this. It is a huge pig. It has multiple gunshots in it. It looks like it's possibly scabbed over. Can I have a detect roll?
Yeah, I could give that a try.
Carnivorous pigs. It's about 8 foot at the shoulder.
Still at 10, so
Big thing.
Huge. Okay,
It was
so
about
detect.
8 foot at the shoulder.
Yeah, it was. It looks like it's lying on the ground. It doesn't seem to be moving. In fact, Dave.
So I got 1 and 2.
Okay. Yeah, 1 with 2. So it's a success. Sasan, you notice the bullet holes have scabbed over. Now,
So
if it was dead,
it was alive after it had seen
yeah,
the wounds, so time to heal
it's
it.
moving slightly. You know, like ever so slightly. Does it seem to be like the side of it seems to be like moving backwards and?
Is it
like
is it
moving up
actually alive, breathing, or does
possibly?
it look like there's something?
You think it might be?
And these things are dangerous, I take it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
want to
bigger than you. It's dangerous.
Do you want to check it out, Gaul? This is where
I would just take my knife and stick it into its head.
You take your knife and you stick you as you basically take your knife, it's sort of like head sort of like moves. It sort of like locks eyes with you, and we're going to call initiative. So, right.
This is where I press my initiative bonus dice.
This is where you hit the initiative bonus. Initiative basically is Dex plus concentration. Now I need a pen. So we've got Gaul on 13. We have Sasan on 15 and Drew on 8. Rashes is on
Rashes.
Rashes is on 10.
See, I'm too busy thinking, do I want to make him into a square sausage? Do I want to make him into link sausage? Should it be?
Obviously, he shocked you with his movement. You can take a single action basically in a combat. You can take a movement action. You can take a hand-to-hand attack action. You can take a ranged action, or auxiliary, which is like do a med kit or inject combat drugs or whatever.
How quickly can I activate my chuckle dusters?
Chuckle duster, if you got effectively, what you can do is you can do as part of a movement action, you can do a charge. So you can basically, as long as you're within range of something, you can literally charge and attack in the same round.
Excellent. That will do when it's my turn.
So as it's, but it's Sassafras that goes first. Oh, yeah. Sassenkrop, sorry, Sassenkrop. So Sassenkrop, what do you wish to do?
I don't want to get my outfit dirty.
Okay. So this thing, Rashes has got it. I just moved him there so I could just turn him around again.
Right. Okay.
There we go.
Is there something I could do to support the others, or can I do something that will either give them a greater chance of success or make them go faster in the initiative? Or can I swap my initiative or anything like that? Or
no, there's no swapping of initiative in this. It's quite old school as far as that's concerned.
Okay.
You could describe what you. So effectively, what you're trying to do is you're trying to basically give somebody else a bonus to attack this creature. Yeah.
So actually, what I probably want to do is, can I, if if Gaul is stood in the water, can I kind of use Gaul's shoulder to leap across the water to land on the other side, and try and shriek at the creature to draw its attention towards me, so the others get a whack at its back?
Yeah.
Could I
Okay.
try something like that?
So that'll be an acrobatics roll.
Yeah, I'm not so good at acrobatics. This might go horribly wrong.
Or effectively, what you're trying to do is you're trying to
Don't try to distract it, I get. Yeah.
It's a taunt or distraction, which I'm just sort of a persuasion. So just give me a persuasion roll.
Okay.
It's going to go against its cool, so it's that. Okay, so
Target number?
We'll say 10, and
Okay.
let's see what you get.
Okay,
so you've got 1-3, which is pretty good. You as it's more of a narrative thing, you basically
so I'm trying to jump over there and shriek at
you
it.
jump over to about there. You make a scream. It's sort of like scream at it, making a cawing like bird.
Yeah.
If you want,
bird
I can
rail.
use my action to move you across.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Again,
No, so the whole point of this is I don't want it to attack me because you guys are the big tough guys. I'm just trying to make it easier for you to finish it off.
okay. So what I will do is because you've got it's a bit confused. So I'll give the other guys a +3 on their on the first person that goes will get a +3 on their skill dice, a +3 skill dice bonus. So that won't make it any better to hit,
Excellent.
but it will give a better possible effect, basically. So
Okay, cool.
that was Sass.
That was Sasana. Yep.
So Gaul, what are you doing?
So I look like I'm moving incredibly slowly because I'm kind of leisurely walking over there, but of course I do it at quite speedily for my bulk. So within a couple of strides, I'm here. My chuckle dusters are whirring, and I am striking him.
Okay, so
With a charge and attack.
You can
as
move
you
up to your you plow at full force into target. Charging opponent gives you get the potential hit attacking more damage. Let me just double check. Charging. So what it does it is when you're charging, you get a -1 on your skill dice. Your success dice. You get a +1 dice on your. You get a +1 skill dice success. So you automatically get a skill dice success for the charge, but it's a slight difficulty because it's at -1 on your success dice. So what that actually means is when you click your chuckle duster, because I'm guessing you're hitting it with the chuckle duster.
I'm going to hit it with a chuckle duster.
You put a target number of 10 in.
Yeah.
On the success dice, it's at -1. So if you should be able to just hit it and then click down and possibly
I've done that.
Let you choose it.
Skill dice.
And then the success dice is +3.
The skill dice.
The skill dice, so yeah, skill dice is +3. Sorry.
+3. Did you say it was another bonus for charging?
We'll take that into consideration. There's nothing that the character sheet does for that. It's again, it gets a little bit complex.
Is this because I did something that's not normal for SLA?
Okay.
No, you're +3. Yeah.
So sorry, I'm confused here. Did you say that +3 is for
Dave's basically
maneuver?
distracting it?
Yeah. And there's no skill dice modifier for the
so
charge.
you got a -1 for the success dice and a +3 for the skill dice.
Right, I gotcha.
Yeah, and you've got an automatic skill dice success.
Yes, right.
For the charge.
So we'll add one when I've pressed this button.
After we get to the results.
So my success is 1, and my skill
dice is 4.
Now 4.
Yes.
Wow.
Now
Good.
3 does +4 damage, but because you got 4, you hit it on the head, and you do a total of additional 6 points of damage. So The damage that you did for the Chuckle Duster would have been 5, but you got a minimum damage of 8. Yeah. So 8 plus 6 is 14 points of damage, and 3 armor damage. So you basically charge in and literally you bring in your Chuckle Duster, and you tear into its, literally tear off a whole section of its face, exposing the skull beneath it. It like squeals in utter agony. So that was 14 damage. It looks on its last legs, or last face, anyway. So it goes next, and it will basically try to, as blood basically pumps out of its ruined face, an almost dislocated jaw. It basically tries to basically gore you with its tusks. So I will.
Did you say blood was pumping out of its face?
Yes.
I shall try and get in between him and Sassan
Crop is a little bit too far away.
Well, no, what I'm saying is I don't want any of this spurting
blood going on him. He's fine. Okay, so I have set up Rash's, so I'm going to do an attempt to attack you. Now, one thing that you can do in this game, which we haven't, is you can reduce the number of skill dice that you roll, and that gives the person that's trying to attack you a negative to attack you. But let's keep it simple.
No, I'm just all in me. And
So
is for other people.
It will attempt to attack you, and it fails. It rolled a 1 on its skill dice, but it got 3 skill dice. So that is, I can convert that 3 skill dice into a basic attack against you, which I'm going to. So it's a basic success. So that means it did 8 points of damage to you. And yep. So remember, you have 6 points of armor.
Right.
On your character sheet, you have a PV of 6.
Yeah.
So it means basically you ignore 6 points of damage, so you take 2 hit points of damage.
My hit points. I've lost
hit
my
points.
Hit points.
So you look at your current. Your current will now be 25.
Yeah. Okay. So I just
and you've also taken 2 points of armor damage. I believe it was. Yes, 2 points of armor damage. So you've got that as well. Cool. Again, it like gores at you. And hits your hard armor and like damage it slightly. There's a massive sort of like scratch over it. Armor damage, just to let you know, armor damage does cost to repair, so it's another credit sink. You take too much armor damage in a BPN, and you can come out of the BPN down on cash. So there's lots of credit sinks in this game, and armor is one of them. Okay, so that is now Drew comes to his senses as he sees his comrade getting chewed. What do you want to do?
I was going to go in with the knife initially, so I'm just going to stick to that one. I'm
going to stab it with your Mac knife.
Yeah. I know it's not the greatest weapon in the world, but I was trying to keep it a bit quietish, so we don't have the gunfire to let know.
Well, at the moment you've just got like a buzzing sound from the and the squealing from the
my
obviously.
scream. Yeah.
So just roll. And target number's 10.
Target number is 10.
Success dice.
Success dice, but no bonuses on either.
So that's that. And skill goes up to 3 because of.
I'll give you a bonus because let me just double check. You have hand to act modifiers. I will give you a +1 on the success on the skill dice.
Skill dice. I'll take that down to 1. Okay. Submit. That is.
So that hits. That hits. You do 6 points of damage with your knife. Whoa. Literally, that knife goes in. Literally, you see your mate getting gored, and you literally just bring your knife up, slam it straight into its at the top of its like skull, and twist. There's like a squeal as it mouth sort of like opens up, shudders, and then like flops to the side, squealing as you basically yank the knife out. It like twitches, and then goes still. That was quick.
What a team. By the way, if I do that again, you have to kill it, because if it hits me, I'm in deep trouble.
Yes. You're not really a combat monkey.
No, that's for sure. I thought that worked quite well. I thought that was quite cool.
Yes, very well. Combats can be very, very quick in Slay.
My armor's damaged.
You've got a bit of armor damage, yeah.
How much will it cost?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's a proportion of the cost of the armor. I will check. Armor damage. Repairing armor 1114. It's 5 times the PV, I believe. Oh no, sorry, 7 times the armor PV value. So it costs 7 times per resistant point. So your armor is
I've
6.
lost 2 resistance points. 14, or is it? It's 6 times 7,
point of
35.
resistance being repaired. You can reduce that cost.
Sasana crop reduced cost.
So yeah, it's 5 times the PV if you've got somebody who can basically do technical skills. Otherwise, if you're getting somebody else to repair it, it's 7 times. So basically, with a PV of 6, it costs you about 30 credits per
resistance point.
Point of resistance. Yeah, it's not cheap.
So I've lost 2. So we are now at 15.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I can charm the repair
again. That could well be the case. Right. So it lies on the ground. As it rolls over, an arm bubbles up and floats on the surface.
Oh, we've got a floater.
It's like the forearm, somebody's forearm.
Is it just a forearm?
Just a forearm.
Right, okay.
Can I have detect rolls, please, guys?
Sorry,
Can I have a what? Detect roll? That's not mine.
Yeah, detect.
Detect, yeah, okay. At 10 again?
Yeah, 10. It's always 10, sorry. Unless I tell you otherwise.
Yeah, so I am quite good at detect, so that's 1 and 3.
Yeah, both you and Drew, you both noticed there's something clutched in the hand.
Okay, I'm not putting my feather into that.
Well, I'll get and clutch it over. I mean, I don't honestly.
You slop into the effluent.
No. I picked it up out of the effluent, so I can hold it out.
So you hold it over to Drew. You can see there's a card. Looks like possibly a key card. Sasa, it looks like some sort of technological key card. There is a.
Is it like a security key card or something?
Yeah, like a security key card. It's a black armored arm. There's obviously his armor, and it looks like he'd literally been bitten off at the elbow, and it was holding a key card basically in it.
Would this key card fit the lock in the grate that's next to us here?
Yeah, here basically. Yes, it will. There is a key card lock.
He was trying to get his way out when the when the pig came and took him.
Possibly. Again, there's just a lot of mess, and obviously there was a big fight here, and what you were following before has all been like washed away.
Right.
But obviously,
This black armor, which corporation?
could be any.
I'm not asking you. I have
Oh yeah,
no
sorry.
idea. So, I'm simply raising that question to my colleagues.
Is there like what was it, like how people write their names under their underwear or something like that, so they don't forget whose armor this might be and what corporation it might be? Just shake the armor out, you know.
I don't think
I
we've
can
got
do
this
that.
guy's
Like
underwear.
getting the meat out of a crab, I can pull the arm out of the armor.
You know, just to see if there's like a. Well, you know, you get the washing labels and that. You know, if you're washing the label, maybe you wash the bloodstains out at
worth
30
a
degrees. Do not iron.
It doesn't have any markings on the arm anyway. You got who was looking at the arm?
Well, I do the dirty work, but I'll show it to one of the detectives.
Okay, you pass it over to Sassenkrop, and Sassenkrop basically in the glove. The glove obviously is slightly separate to the armor. The glove has you peel it back and it's got like a label. It's got a Dark Knight label.
Okay.
Dark Knight.
So let's stuff the arm back in the armor, and we'll keep that as evidence of what we've.
You know that Dark Knight has got roots in the terror attacks on Mort City. They've got the aim of forcing public loss of favour in Slay. They're also known for love of explosives, incendiary weapons, and spreading propaganda via pirate TV broadcasts.
Can I
finding and shutting down a Dark Knight cell will earn you significant recognition, but it might not earn you any more money or BPN. But you do know that Dark Knight are well trained.
So they're going to be a challenge. The pig, would it have eaten some of this Dark Knight? So if we cut it open,
carnivorous pigs eat anything. Absolutely anything.
That's why he's sleeping.
It could well have eaten him, but
can we drag his body somewhere like where it's not in the shit, and then I'm gonna cut
the carnivorous pig.
Yeah.
You can certainly. Can I have an athletics roll, please? It is huge and extremely heavy.
Right, I can do that.
As I said, it's about 8 foot at the shoulder.
Athletics.
Yep. It's a 13 target number.
13 target
number. Can I help him?
If you help, it'll drop it down to 10.
I'll help.
Just Matt will roll.
Yep. I'll leave those two to do the dirty work.
No success dice modifier.
No success dice. No other modifier. Just so yes, a bit of a struggle, but you managed to basically drag rashers out of the effluent and onto the side, sort of here.
Yeah.
So would it be a forensics roll, or
you could certainly make a forensics roll,
or detect?
A forensics, if you're basically going in and investigating it, it would be basically a forensics roll. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're going in. I hand you the chuckle duster.
I got a knife. So
You got a knife, so you
got
a Mac knife.
I'm trying.
All operatives start with a number of different things. Like Mac knife is one of them, and the auto pistol is another.
Okay. Is there anything in my med kit, like a scalpel, that will give me a bonus?
I'll give you +1 on the success dice.
So 10 for the target number.
Yes.
Success dice modifier 1.
Yep.
Yeah, and skill dice modifier 0.
Yeah, you've got quite good. You're not bad at forensics.
No, I'm shit.
Well, you're not rubbish. So you basically you cut it open, and when you cut it open, literally there is a massive slop as its guts and entrails.
I was being careful to try and kind of stand to the side, expecting that. I don't want this all down my trousers.
Yep. So you literally, as you basically leap back, the guts and innards slop down and drop into the effluent and like disappear underwater. And there's like a mill pond as they basically disappear into the underground. Underwater, sorry. So you didn't get a chance. They sort of like it got away from you because it was like, oh.
Yeah, I'm not Quincy. Sorry, guys. Did my best.
So there's just nothing recognisable.
Yeah.
In those guts. Sleeping too long.
Too chomped. Shall we try and open this? Is there another way?
As somebody did say, you start with a slay blade, not a Mac knife. My bad.
Yeah, well, I'm not giving up my Mac knife now, you know.
No. You should continue the Mac knife. You also
have Mac knives.
Yeah. Quick start. All the quick start characters have got Mac knives, which is why you've all got Mac knives.
So to the north of where we are and where the body of Rashes is, does the sewer carry on there?
That does carry on, yes. It disappears off into the darkness.
And did we think that the footprint still went that way, or did we lose track?
You're not sure, because obviously there was a big commotion here. Lots of the effluent, and there seems to this area of the floor seems to be quite clean. Obviously, there was quite a lot of waves that washed the
yes. As the fight was happening,
basically.
Not washed, but shall we say doused? The
doused is the better.
So
we got there was these are double locked doors or padlock doors.
Yes, you've got it's like a padlock. It's got like a swipe key.
So we've got the key for it.
If more than one, then they did not go that way. This one has the key.
That's a fair comment. There might be something interesting in there, though. Is it worth a look while we're here? I think it's worth a look while we're here. What do you say, Drew?
Well, we're here. Maybe there's some rush.
Okay, well, shall I open it and I'll stand back, and then whatever's in there, you two guys can deal with it.
I'll stand by door.
Okay, so I'll do that then, Paul. I'll unlock the lock.
Okay, there's a swipe, there's a beep beep. The padlock opens and the chain basically goes free from the door.
And stand back as the door opens. Assume if the door
it's not open automatically. Do I have to open
it? Yeah, you have to open it.
Right. So I read you the Power Reaper.
Okay, you pull up your Power Reaper. You open the door. As you open it, you find a large room, lots of equipment, shelving, workbench, crates, and I will take you onto a new page.
So, as operatives, are we allowed to kind of requisition items that we find and then sell them for our?
Yes.
Okay. We are allowed to loot stuff,
but not if it's illegal stuff. Yeah. So if you were selling Dark Knight products, that would be bad.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Because you are promoting another company. But
yeah, that's fair enough.
Or the short answer is don't get caught.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So as you can see, how much have I revealed in this? Have I revealed the whole area? Yep. Okay.
There we go.
So
we've come in.
You can see. You come in from there. You can see basically there's a number of. Let me just get my pinger. You can see a number of beds. There is equipment. There's workbenches. There is loads of crates. You can see basically crates with stacks of ammo. It's literally copper cased ammo, all stamped with Dark Knight product. The Dark Knight logo. You can see basically weapons. There's grenades with Dark Knight logos on. This seems to be sort of like a large weapons cache.
And walk over to the beds.
There is 4 beds.
I turn to the others and say, Dark Knight sleeper cell.
Literally.
So I would have to ask the question: are the beds made, or are they?
They're sort of like they look like they've been slept in. Not recently though, but they do look like they've been slept in.
One eaten by pig. Maybe 3 still out there.
Yeah.
3 to take down.
Can I do something with this security key or with the lock to change it so other keys of this ilk won't work? So only we can open it.
That would be some sort of technical, electrical or technical manual roll.
I do have tech, and I'm not sure how good it is. Let me just check.
Let's have a look. You haven't got much technical skills.
So if I've got a 0 skill, does that mean I can't make the?
No, you can still make a roll. It just means that you're not going to be very good.
I've got a good
if I remember correctly. So I am again first time running this game. But we'll go. I'll let you make as you basically try to finagle it. It just you never get a very good success on it, and I will be giving you it will be a penalties.
Yeah,
because you also don't have any technical like tools or anything like that.
No, I probably don't. Do I?
Nope.
Flashlight, headset, comms. Okay,
nope.
I'm thinking, guys.
So it's like it's like trying to get into something without any screwdrivers or whatever.
Yeah, I'm thinking, guys, that if we can get that newswoman or another newswoman down here, we can reveal this to the news.
She not follow us.
I know, but we might just need to find another one.
Not high.
I'm going to destroy it as well.
Hungry.
Let's destroy
hungry
it.
Journalist.
No security. Destroy it. Yeah, I know. Destroy it on the cameras. Yeah. These guys don't make any good combat drugs anyway, so let's get the heck out of here.
Okay. Can I have as you're basically wandering around investigating, can I have a detect roll from you all, please?
A what roll?
A detect roll.
Oh, I tell you what, I will go and get myself a drink while you guys do that.
I still do need. Oh, never mind.
1 and 1.
1 and 3.
1 and 3. Okay, neither are you surprised. Obviously, Gaul is
when he comes back.
When he comes back, as this set of there's like a. Ooh, let me just give a pinger. There's a set of double doors here. Slide open, and in pile a number of Dark Knight agents.
Okay. Cool.
Gunfight time.
We do need Gaul, rather, don't we?
Well, yep. Yeah, to be in the front.
Where were you?
I think where I am, I'm here at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so each square is 2 meters. Just to give you a heads up.
So where I'm pinging, I take it these are pillars.
They are pillars, yes.
Yep.
So they are cover in a way.
Are there Dark Knight guns here as well?
Yeah, there are Dark Knight guns. Yes.
Oh,
but they don't. They like crates full of guns, and you can actually see the guns in the crates. They've got like that cellophane wrap almost around them, so they look like they're packaged
brand
guns.
New.
For a
brand
pallet.
new sort of thing. Possibly
Just
you
think-
need to basically take them out, possibly refinagle them or whatever, and also load a few clips, which you nothing near. You have got your auto pistol is not something to be sniped at.
No, I was just
snipped
thinking of
at, I'm just
saving
saying.
money by not using my ammo. That was all.
Oh right.
If I can use their ammo to kill them, then why shouldn't I?
So Matt, can I have a detect roll, please?
A detect roll from me.
Yes, because otherwise you're going to be surprised
By the bad guys.
by the bad
Right.
guys.
I have. I'm
Or
not surprised by
five.
the bad guys because I've seen them up the top of your map.
Yes,
Target number 10.
but they just burst in and they are surprised. Well, they're sort of like, oh.
Target number 10, did you say?
Target number 10, yeah.
And no bonuses, I'm sure.
Yep.
Submit. Nah, of course I don't see them.
Go on.
Okay, so I'm just going to do the same for them. So he's not surprised. He's not surprised.
He's really not surprised.
Yeah, he's really not surprised. And he's really not surprised. And the last guy.
We could do a fighting withdrawal here, guys, and just shut the door on them.
Okay, so you can see basically they're literally out in the open. But they do have one guy has literally, you can see he's got like a bandage around his right arm. Or she's got a bandage around from a right arm. It's stubbed, there's a lot of blood on it. Obviously she's lost an arm or a bit of an arm. And they've come through. Literally what happens is there is like a minor explosion. So like somebody's put a shaped charge round a section of the wall, taking the section of the wall out to actually basically get into this place. So obviously because they lost because they lost the key, they had to find another way in. And they basically bundle in. They are not surprised. So we now need initiative.
Okay.
Let's see if I can make it worse than 8 than the last time. Nope, sadly I got 15.
16.
Right. So goal is 16,
9.
but you don't act in the first round, unfortunately, because you're a
No,
little bit
I'm still
surprised.
admiring the beds going. Sleep as well.
Initiative 9. All right, let's see what these guys get.
Do we?
So,
is this our initiative for the combat then, or do we re-roll? Every
yes,
round?
it's the initiative for the combat.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I'm pretty sure we don't roll it every round.
No, it's fine.
Again,
Good.
when the combat begins, yeah, you roll initiative.
Yeah.
I think that's Drew's second highest possible he can get.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to do these two as individuals, and then this guy, these people as a group. Wow, rolled high.
Okay.
All right, so 14, 12. and
Over to you,
30.
Drew, to save the day, mate.
Well, it's goal. Goal doesn't go, unfortunately.
Yeah.
As they are a bit surprised. So, Drew, what are you doing?
Right, so do we get actually hear them, or do we get sight of them?
You literally there's a minor explosion as a section of the wall falls away, and they walk in coughing. You know what I mean? Looking around, coughing, and it's like, oh! And then they basically see you at the same time you see them, but you get the drop.
Right.
You've got a higher initiative.
Right, so this is an area of the sewer with the this is actually a bridge over.
Yep, it's a bridge over water.
Okay.
Right, I will.
There's no sides to the bridge, so it's like as long as you can, as long as you can see them, which you've got you've got pretty line of sight with all of them apart from number one, apart from this guy here, so you can see all these guys.
Because I'm thinking a 3-round burst into
Full
them.
auto, Bruce. Full auto.
Full auto. I don't know. What sort of game would you ever come up with a full auto?
Yeah, I know. Who'd ever want a full auto?
It seems appropriate in this moment when they're all stood right next to each other.
But
to you, Paul.
remember, it's because we're going to play it in the Scottish terms. It's 70 credits, and this is the other side of it.
Use harsh words against them instead.
Yeah. Because I mean, what would happen if I did empty the clips? But how would that work? Just
what you do is you use the suppressive fire rules, which is what I was reading just then. Effectively, what suppressive fire does, let me just is you add 2 skill dice successes automatically, and you can also re-roll any or all dice. So you make a skill roll. Now when suppressive fire is used, the ammo expenditure is marked immediately. A roll to hit is made against every target in the kill zone, applying any modifiers as normal. In addition to a roll to hit is made in this way against anyone else that enters the kill zone until the end of the next combat turn. So literally, you just stand there going,
right,
spraying this sort of area.
Right, and if I took rush now, do I get the second action immediately?
If you take rush, that's your action.
So I don't get the second action immediately. It doesn't happen until
not because you haven't taken rush yet.
Right. No, that's what I check because.
Yep. Rush does last, as they say, rush does last 2 hours.
Yeah, I should have. Well, we weren't really knowing if we were going to get into a situation at that point.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to go full auto with them, I think.
Okay, so you hit suppressive fire.
Yeah.
So the kill zone is immediately. Okay, so that will hit all 4 of these guys.
All 4 that I can see. Yep.
All 4 that you can see. So you need to make a 2-hit roll using your. If you look at the last Power Reaper where it says Sup 25, just click a 2-hit roll because that will add the additional damage that you do for full auto because it does extra damage as well.
So target number 10.
Target number is 10. Let me just see if there's anything else that they get. I am just again. You have recall. Recall will be giving. Recall does basically the weapon. Just so you know, because the weapon has a recoil of 3, that will be taking. It will automatically take 3 off your dice roll to hit them, because it's difficult to hit them. But just see if there's anything else. Firing blind, no. Recall, we've done that already. Nothing, no bonuses. Right, okay, yeah. Just make a roll. Target number 10. Let's see if you hit, and you can re-roll. Remember. So at the moment, now if I can, all right. So you've got 3 skill successes, which you can spend. Plus the 2 that you get for suppressive fire. So that's 5 skill successes you've got at the moment. Now you can spend 3 of them to make a success. So you can hit. Or you could re-roll your success dice if you want. You can do that anyway. But I'm just saying at the moment you've got 5 successes. You can re-roll the success dice. So when you click re-roll the success dice, yeah,
that's one good.
When you click it, it'll pop up. The target number will still be 10, but when it says total die modifier, make sure that says 4, because that's your total die modifier for this roll.
Okay, so let's try that. So target number,
click
number, and it's 4.
Yep. Again, you still missed because you got a 3 plus 4, which is not 10. So you still got 5 successes. So with that 5 successes, you can spend 3 of them. It still gives you 2 successes. Now 2 successes is plus 2 damage. So the damage of the weapon you did was 13. Okay, sorry. So that's additional +2. You can either do +2 or you can hit them in the arm. Your choice. 2
So
additional
hit them-
damage or hit them in the arm.
If they're hitting the arm,
Which
they're
arm? Is
not-
that the weapon arm?
Well, it depends on what weapon they get getting. That means they've taken a wound in the arm.
Yeah.
You're cool.
Or +2 might actually kill a few of them.
Yeah. Well, it means that you'll be doing 15 damage.
Yeah, I think we'll go with the 15 damage.
Okay, so 15 damage.
Is
So
that
let
to
me
each
just
of the 4 of them?
to each of the 4 of
Wow.
them. Yes.
So that's 60 damage, effectively.
Yeah, but that has cost.
That's
Yeah.
cost clip. Yeah.
That's cost a clip. Basically, you've emptied a clip.
That's fair. Yeah,
So you're gonna have to basically reload. Basically.
that's a pretty good start, though. Actually,
Yes. Okay, so that's 15 damage. Let me just see what their armor is, because they are wearing armor. Obviously,
Yeah.
not as good as
operative
but
armor.
that has damaged
Slayer
quite
armor.
badly. 15 minus that is that.
Yeah,
So
these are inferior Dark Knight guys. They're wearing inferior outfits and
and
using
he
inferior weapons.
is a better agent.
They should have
Super
got a
Cell.
job as Slay. Yeah.
Yeah, they get one arm goes down. Oops.
Rashit and Drew did for her. Well done.
Yep. The
So
other
it sounds like a name that's good. If a name one goes down, that's a good thing.
Well, yep. And that is that. Okay. So that was them. So they are gonna get into cover. So he runs to there, getting into cover. This guy, they then go on 14. These guys go on 13. These guys, let me just see how far they are away. It means just double checking movement rate. Move. Rushing speed in meters as their action. 5 meters. All right. Let me just double check. Yep, he's okay. All right. So, so they can move 5 meters, which is back down to there. So he. No, he doesn't go through there, because basically if he went through there, he would immediately take damage because it's basically suppressed. That area is suppressed. So he's going to stay there. He's going to stay there, and he's going to basically, who can he shoot anybody? He can't shoot Drew. He can't shoot. He can shoot Gaul, though. He's going to shoot Gaul. And the others are going to basically get out of the suppressed area and try. So they haven't got into cover yet, but they are basically moved forward. And this guy is going to shoot Gaul.
You're only going to make him angry if you shoot him. It's not a good idea.
No, please do shoot on the
Just need to check. 20 minutes. Gaul, you have 2 hit points back.
I have 2 hit points back. Excellent.
Yeah, it's been about
That's what I
20
love.
minutes since you took some damage. You have regeneration, basically.
Ah,
That's
phew.
handy.
Yeah. It still doesn't heal the armor, but hit points got back. Okay, so you get shot by one of the Dark Knight agents. He has an AK, which is basically like an AK-47. Basically, he basically just tries to shoot Gaul. You are. Oops. 19 meters away, which is within range easily. So he will attempt to shoot you with his ACAC. That hits for a total of 5 points of damage, which bounces off your armor.
Okay, why? Not that I'm querying, but why does it say 3 or 4 points of damage?
It's. He rolled 3, but it has a minimum damage of 4. So no matter what you roll, you always do the minimum. And that is
so why not 4?
It's because he got 1 success dice, which gives him +1 damage.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
5 points of damage.
So it's 5 points of damage, which bounces because you have PV6.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yep. But you
Even
do
though
take
I've taken 2 points of damage, my damage doesn't.
Basically, you've always got PV6 until your armor damage goes over 10, and then you go down to PV3. Okay. It's how it works. So you take 1 point of armor damage, though.
1 point of armor damage.
Yeah. Okay. So that was them. We're now on Saturn Crop.
Okay, so are any of these things over by where they are? Is that like a crate of grenades or something?
Well, let's give me a detect roll and see what's nearby you. Depending on how well you roll, depends on what's near and grabbable.
Well, what I'm looking for is a crate of grenades near them that I can shoot. And
right. I see what you're saying. Give me a detect roll. See if there's anything near them that you could basically shoot and possibly blow up.
Target 10?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Let's give that a go. What do I get?
That's 2. There is basically definitely there is something that you reckon if you shoot this. I need the pinger. If you shoot this green thing, it might do something. It looks like some sort of crate. Something might blow up if you shoot it.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to try shooting that in the hope that it blows up as they're running towards it.
Right. So let's just see what your. Yep. So give us a 2-hit roll.
So hit roll for my Fen 603 auto pistol.
Yep.
Okay. Target 10 again.
Always target 10 in combat. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Here we go. And I get 1 and 2.
1 and 2. So that's a pretty good success. There is a little mini explosion for as this thing explodes. Spraying these guys with like obviously it was some sort of flammable thing, and I am going to do
They've been splashed with petrol then or something.
Effectively, yes, splashed with something along those lines.
It's not xenomorph acid, is it?
No, it's not wrong universe.
Damn. Well, worth a try, I guess.
Right. So that I'm going to do that damage and give them the burn condition, which I don't remember off the top of my head what it does. Combat. Resolving attack grenades. There, that's a better idea. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will do a make it easy. Whoa! Yeah, that was a big explosion. It gets all 3 of them. in the explosion. Equivalent of a frag grenade, basically. I'll say. Spraying them with petrol. So that was 9 points of damage. Minus their armor. They scream and look even unhappier, if that is possible. And basically, they're basically on fire. It's still burning, and I need to check that burning condition, what that means. Okay.
Do I get? Am I able to move as well as fire, or is that my action done by shooting?
That's your action. It's either move or fire.
Right. Okay, that's fine. I would have moved into cover otherwise, but that's cool.
Well, it looks like these guys are might be busy next round putting themselves out. Back round to the top, so it's Gaul.
Gaul, kick ass, mate.
Deep missile armor. I realised that the chap shooting me and has just lost me the entire fee for the. I'm drawing still. Hold on.
How angry
for the BPN.
So I can move. How far I can move? Hold on.
Oh,
what's the scale here?
It literally if you click on the sort of like thing beneath the draw a circle, there is a circle with like a little check out of it. If you click on that, it lets you basically show you how far the movement rate is, and what you can do is you can move up to 6 meters in a round.
Sorry, the circle. Which circle?
It's like not the
cogwheel.
It looks like not a cogwheel. No. If you let me share my screen, can I share my? Yeah. If you look at the shared screen, it's. Oh, let me just go back onto this screen. It's this one here.
All right, I gotcha.
And literally, what you can do is you can click, and you can see you can get to about here possibly. You can make an athletics roll and attempt to go further. Just let me if I remember that correctly. I might not be remembering it correctly. Charge. Wait a minute. Nope.
I'll be 2 ticks, guys. I'll be right back.
All right, no worries.
So my movement. I'm just trying to remember my movement rate.
You've got 6 movement rate.
And that's 6 meters.
In addition to using this, no, you don't make you can't make it just increases. Again, sorry. Let me just tidy up a little bit.
So I can move to about there.
And so you're moving back.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I'm advancing. But that's
cool.
As far as I can go with a rush, I think.
About that, yes. Each square is about 2 meters, I think. Yeah. So you can actually let me get to about there. About there. Cool. Next is Drew.
Okay, I think I have the need to take some rush.
Okay.
But I can't move and take it at the same time.
No, I don't think so. Let me just check. You've got a Bupa Kazdis, and I'm just going to check the rules for the Bupa Kazdis. It allows you you can actually do it as an auxiliary action.
Okay, so I'm going to move to the cover or get close to the pillar.
Yeah.
Just remind me.
You have a movement of 5, so yeah, you can get to there.
That's fine. And that feels so good.
Okay, you now obviously have 2 actions around. I think let me just.
2 actions around it states in the character sheet.
Yeah. Have you been doing drugs, Bruce?
And if I lose any hit points,
You lose one less.
I lose one less. Yes.
Yep. Yep.
And the only problem with it isn't deep fried drugs. You know, they haven't deep fried the batter for me, so I have to work with some lesser stereotypes.
Right. All right. Yeah. No. Sorry. It's auxiliary action or move. Sorry. My bad.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
again,
no, I'll just move it back to where I was. I think it was roughly here.
Okay.
And the
You're
drug
going to eject now because you injected yourself. You now get two actions, and you can actually move there.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just so we get it correct. Any you only get one action per action basically, but because you now hopped up on rush, you're getting two.
So just going back to the previous time when I asked that about shooting.
Yep.
Would that would have happened if I did the action then shot? That would
you'd have just yes, you could have basically
right. Okay, no,
drugs and then shot. Yes.
Okay,
like,
so technically could have done that. No, that's fine. I can live with that. That's fine.
Cool. Okay, so they spend these. It's next is these guys. These three spend around attempting to put themselves out, which they do, and this guy shoots Gaul again. Doesn't learn with his ack.
Makes me more cross.
Yep. Oof, that's another hit for he did 7, 8, 9 points of damage. So because that's over your PV, you take 3 points of hit point damage and also 1 armor damage as well.
Pays for this, he will.
There's like a ricochet, as the AK-47 shoots you. The others don't look so happy as they have put out their. So Sassafras.
So can I move and talk at the same time? Is that allowed?
Oh yeah.
So I want to move myself kind of into cover, maybe over here actually, but at the same time I want to shout to them. You know you're going to lose. You must surrender, and we will spare your lives, or you will all be dead. Surrender, and we'll spare your lives.
They don't answer.
Do I not get a roll even?
Dark Knight, they're dead anyway.
Oh,
but, if they surrender, they're going to get killed. Because they're a rival company, it's like they have to kill you or they're dead, basically.
Okay. Would my character have known that?
Yes, but this doesn't stop you offering
Trying. That's fine. Okay.
The thing.
That's
if you just spent your whole action, but you could attempt it next, from behind cover, and that might give you some sort of. I'll give you a roll and give everyone else a bonus or something. We'll see. You see what happens. I'm always open.
I might try shooting them next time, maybe. But
yeah, well, or you could try it. You could actually continue it because it's an action that you have to use it, and obviously because you moved, you sort of. I let you talk, but it didn't have the impact, so to speak.
No,
just keeping the action economy correct. So
that's absolutely fine.
Goal.
My character would have tried to get.
Again, if you want to try that on your next action, I will give you a roll, and it will have some sort of effect depending on how well you roll, obviously.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Because you can effectively demoralize them or something, and they might give them negatives or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds cool.
You can charge if you wish.
Yes.
So you charge into the main guy. He's just put himself out, pulled out what looks like a shotgun, and then he sort of like takes a few steps back as you charge in at him.
I slash him with my chuckle
Chuckle
duster.
duster. So with a charge again, it is -1 to the success dice. Yeah. So give us a roll. -1 modifier to the success dice.
I still get a success.
You see success, and you get an additional skill success because that's what you get. So you actually did +2 damage. You can hit him in the arm or do +2 damage.
I will. He's got to be out of points shortly.
He's not looking
Do the
too
damage,
damage.
yeah.
Okay, so that knocks you up to a total of 10 damage because you did 8 damage. So that's 10 damage minus is. Still up.
Blimey.
It's got good armor. They got 6 point of armor, 6 PV. So it took 4 points of damage. He had 5 hit points left. So he's on 1. He like sort of staggers back as the chuckle duster rends across his chest, tearing up flesh. He's just like, it's like takes a few steps back. Drew.
Right. 2 actions time. I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling it.
Okay, so you currently have a empty gun. So reloading is an action.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking about getting the pistol, but no. Let's stick with this. I'm going to change the ammo.
Okay.
And I'm going to fire 1 shot into number 3, if we can.
So this guy here.
Yeah.
Okay. So give us it's an unmodified roll.
That's range of 60, but that's not going to bother. Submit.
Yeah, no, you're well within range of your gun. Right, that is oof.
Yeah,
that was
whatever.
a pretty rubbish roll of. Oh, you rolled the Fenulti pistol. You did the wrong weapon.
Ah, no, that's why it's rubbish. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So make sure that you choose the. It's the top one. It is.
Yeah, it's because I've got the character screen squished. I see it now.
Yeah, it's all right. It's the top one. So just click the roll. We'll ignore that roll, and we'll do a complete and utter fresh roll.
There we go. That's a lot better.
Yeah, you tear the guy in half. You literally you bring your gun up, shoot, and literally there's just he like looks down as there's like a sort of like a orange sized hole in his chest. He like coughs. You can hear behind his mask, behind his helmet, and he falls to the ground. So that's you. Next, it's them. The guy ranged attack. You are. He attempts to shoot you with his shotgun. Panicking. You're right in his face. So literally just brings up his gun and basically offloads it. Or does he get his power? No, he's got his gun out. He will attempt to shoot you. There is no modifiers that I can see for firing into combat. Okay, so he will attempt to get you. That would have missed, but he's got 5 skill dice successes, so he's going to spend 3 of those to actually get you. For that'll be a 2 success, which will be +1 damage. So that'll be 11 damage, which will take 5 hit points of damage and 3 armor damage.
Right, now hold on. So my armor is currently 4 points of damage.
So it'd go up to 7. Again, your
No,
PV
but hold
still...
on. But if it's at 4 points of damage, does that?
Nope. No,
Okay.
you need to be at 10 points of damage for it to be for its PV to drop.
So I'm not really understanding this, but okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
So so he does 11 hit points, but
11 hit points, which you've got a
absorb
PV of 6, so you only take 5 points of hit point damage.
hardly anything at all.
Yeah.
Just
A mere
flesh
scratch.
Yeah.
Okay, that was him. The other guy pulls out a what's he going to pull out? He pulls out a plugger, which is like a small pistol. He basically shoots Drew. Drew is in cover. This is the advantage of he doesn't want to go in cover. No, he's going to attempt to shoot Drew. Now you're in cover, so that'll give him a -2 on his success dice to try to get you. So he will shoot with a plugger. Target number is 10. Oops. Success dice is -2. Skill dice not modified, and he still gets you. Right, so that is no damage because your armor takes it. Because have you got hard armor?
True.
Yeah,
True.
no, I've got
PP10.
hard armor. Yeah,
PP10. So yeah, you take from that you take 1 point of armor damage. So on your armor, you can see by your armor you've got damage. So just put 1 in there.
There it is, the box.
And your armor basically takes his shots. The other guy over here, he's going to shoot. He can't get Sassafras. He's going to shoot Gaul again because he can't get anybody else with his little AK-47.
Little.
Well, comparatively, that bounces off Gaul's armor, but you still take 1 armor damage, Gaul.
Yes, guys.
Gowl or Gaul, Gowl. Okay. Yes. Okay. So that was them. It's Sass now.
Okay. I think I'm a bit fed up that my mate keeps getting shot. So can I just look around the corner here and put a bullet into the guy who's right next to goal?
Yes, you definitely can.
Or at least try anyway.
Yep. He has got armor, but you can still shoot him.
Let's give it a try. So how do can you remind me, how do the bravado and the brains and stuff and luck work again? Can I use those?
So basically you can use luck to do rerolls.
Right.
Brains and bravado enables you to basically get better. Bravado lets you do charming smile, which gives you plus bonuses. Effectively, bravado gives you bonuses on charisma and let me just get up the skull. Charisma and cool skills.
Right.
Brains gives you bonuses on knowledge and concentration skills. And body gives you bonuses on dexterity and strength skills. Right.
Okay.
Basically, but what you can do is just seeing if there's anything appropriate that you could.
No, so I'll just shoot him, and I might use a luck to reroll, maybe see how it goes.
Okay.
Target number 10, as you said, for combat.
Yes.
And I get
which misses, unfortunately.
Okay, can I use a luck to reroll then?
Yes. Let me just double check exactly the luck, so I'm not diddling you all out.
Mm-hmm. I'm not very good at shooting, but
not bad.
Oh, I guess I got a fairly good hit on the non-moving crate.
The skill dice rolls. I am just right. Luck. Re-roll the success dice. Yes.
So it's
Or you can spend it after the roll to add an additional modifier of +1 to the skill roll. So just bear with me a second, see what you got. Is it skill or success on the success dice? So at the moment you had a total of the best idea is do a re-roll. So if you click re-roll success,
yeah.
Add the total is +4.
So the target number stays 10, yeah?
Target number stays at 10, and then it will ask you for a total bonus, and that'll be 4.
Yeah, and submit. Oh, yes.
And you hit.
Woo!
So you hit with a +2, so that's basically +2 damage. You did 5 damage, so that adds +2, knocks it up to 7. He has 6 armor. That does 1 point of damage, which takes him out.
Good, excellent.
He falls down, bleeding, freeing up Gaul.
Well, now I have a plan. Is it my turn? Sorry.
It is your turn now. Yes, a new round.
So as he falls, can I pick up his collapsed body and throw it at the fucker that is costing me credits?
Yes, you can.
Right, what skill do I use for that? And then
that would be throw.
There's an actual skill. There we go.
There's an actual skill called throw.
It's not one of my greatest, but I'll give it a go.
Batter motherfucker is what it's called.
Yeah. So you pick up the agent and you throw it at this guy here.
Yeah.
Well, you've got luck, Matt. You can use some luck to.
Oh, I might as well. Yeah.
Well, no, you succeeded.
I succeeded. Yeah.
So that's a success. That hits him with a 2. So that's basically it'll be doing a additional +2 dice damage. Can you roll me a D10?
I'm
Go
sure
on.
I can.
Finish him with the body.
I just need to check.
10.
Woof. Okay. A thrown weapon is at minus. Let me just. It basically it's a punch or kick, which is is it a thrown weapon? D10. Let me just see an equivalent weapon, equivalent melee weapon. I'd say it's equivalent of a pacifier baton. Basically, you're throwing a bloke at the guy. You picked him up, which would be a D10 -2. So you did 10. So it's -2, which is 8 points of damage with that. With that Dark Knight agent. +2 because you got 2 skill rolls, so that knocks it back up to 10. And your strength, you have a strength of 5, which gives you an additional +1 dice modifier. So that's 11 points of damage. You pick the guy up, and literally it slams into the Dark Knight, sort of like guy over here. He sort of like staggers back and takes some damage from that. So he has that many hit points. You did 11 points of damage. That's down to that. He looks quite obviously quite shocked. The agent that hits him bounces off and slops into the effluent here. Cool. I'll give you because I quite like that. I'll give you a body rating point for that.
Body rating point. Okay. I'm just wondering, talking about this, are there drones following us around recording all this?
No.
We've got no recording equipment.
You can actually buy drones that you can get like a third eye drone that follows you around, and you can sell on the footage and hopefully get more money. But you didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, there'll be plenty more occasions like this. We're made.
Now, what you can do is you can spend one body rating point to increase somebody that's already taken damage. You can increase the damage they took by 4 by spending 1 rating point if you wish.
All right.
I'm just throwing that out there.
I want him to be alive when I get close and personal with him.
You don't think that wouldn't take him? Okay.
Plus, 3 and 8, and I can't spend my bravado points on anything other than cool skills because my
Yes.
charisma skills are shit.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to torturing him later.
Oh, okay. If he
I'm
survives.
going to make him
okay.
shit each credit that my armor costs.
So number 3 is.
Can you harvest his organs and sell them to repair your armor?
Okay, so that was Gaul. Drew.
Right. I've got 2 actions. I'm going to try and take out number 2.
Okay, so are you doing a single shot?
A single shot. First
Okay.
one. Let's see how that one goes. I take it that's how I can do it. I don't have to clear both actions. It's
Nope.
just see how the first one goes.
No, you're literally you're hyped up on speed basically, and you're everything's sort of like slowed down around you. I don't know if you remember, if you've seen Judge Dredd where they're under the effect of that similar sort of idea. Everything's slowed, and you just get to do more stuff.
Right. So
that misses.
I'll take that.
Spend a point of hot. You can spend a point of luck and re-roll if you wish.
Just re-roll everything.
You can re-roll the success dice for 1 point of luck, or add 2. So let me just see what you rolled. No, you'd still miss.
So I'm better spending a luck point to see.
Spend a luck point and re-roll the success. If you re-roll success, your total bonus is +6.
So you need 4 or above. It's pretty good odds.
Yeah.
So total dice modifier 6 is
6.
what you're
Yes.
saying. Yeah. There we go.
You hit.
Hey.
So you hit with 1 success. That's +1 damage. You did 8 points of damage. So that's a total of 9 points of damage to him. Number 2, that takes him out. He had 3 hit points left. You looked like you were going to miss for a second. Then obviously,
ricochet.
the guy basically takes a step back just as you shoot, and you take him straight through the head, and he falls over. And then there were 1.
The last one's all yours, Gaul.
I've still got my second action.
Keeps that with the AK-47s. Is AK-47 or DN 79 and shoots Gaul again.
Drew still has another action.
Yeah.
Sorry, Drew. My bad.
Yeah, but see, this is the bet. Do I steal Gaul's kill?
You can't shoot the guy at the moment. He's not in your just because where he is, and he's been knocked back a little bit by a thrown agent. He's not available. You could move if you move to sort of like here or behind this thing here to be able to shoot him.
Yeah,
you could use that as your action.
Here. Just so I can get line of sight in case.
Yeah, you've got line of sight on him anyway. Right, so that now is the agent, and he will basically shoot Gaul again because you're a stormer. Every sane person shoots the stormer. Okay. That misses. Sucks to be him. Okay, so obviously, by being hit by the Dark Knight agent, as he pulled the trigger, sort of like the bullets basically go wide, pepper all around you, and don't actually hit. So that's his go. And we are back down to Sass.
I'm just going to shout at him again. Look, if you stop shooting at him, I can persuade him to be not too bad when he gets his hands on you. If not, you're in deep shit.
Give us a persuasion roll.
Let's just
or diplomacy or whatever.
So
I'm guessing
they're all quite good. So
yeah, persuasion. You've got persuasion. It's persuasion. It'll be
persuasion is as good as it gets. Yeah.
Target
10.
Yep.
And I get.
Fuck. Okay, that's a pretty good roll. Okay, so he is not going to act next round, as he basically he's like, almost thinking about it. He's not going to,
Right.
but
Surrender.
he's not
Yeah.
going to shoot next round, basically.
Okay,
You've
cool.
confused him for definite. Back round to Gaul.
Right. I am making my movement across here, obviously.
Okay, so it's 6 meters. You get to about there.
Yeah, but I'm picking up this agent as I go.
Picking up this agent.
That one there, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yep, I'll let you do that. You can't throw it, but you can definitely pick him up. It'll be another action
I'm not
to throw.
throwing him. I'm not throwing him.
Okay. So
I'm going to beat the guy to death with his colleague.
Agent. Cool.
Yeah, you're not touching him, so I haven't lied. Yeah, it's his colleague that's killing him. It's just the fact that you're wielding his colleague.
Drew.
Oh, I mean, I got a line of sight, but I feel like I might end up killing him before he gets beaten to death with his own teammates.
He's only been hit by a rogue agent. He wasn't caught in your kill zone. So
No,
he's relatively uninjured.
Yeah.
And quite armored.
Yeah. And just my concern is if I fire him and kill him, Cole's not going to be happy. I'll fire one.
Have to take.
Okay, you're gonna soften him up. You could aim and then fire.
Aim and fire, yeah. I've softened them up. Aim and fire.
Okay, so aiming gives you +1 to the success dice, or +1 skill dice success. If you're called.
I think 1 to the success dice, given the risk that I had.
So make the roll. Target 10. Add 1 to where it says skill dice modifier is +1.
Okay, no problem. Just trying to find the sheet again. Target 10. Success dice modifier 1. Submit. No skill. And
that misses. Wow. You rolled a 1. That's why. Lots of 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Bad rolls there. So obviously, the flying bodies and the bullets flying all over the place knock off your aim as you basically snap off one bullet at the agent you miss. And obviously your friend Ghoul basically closing on the guy. The guy basically ducks down from your gunfire. He's like fumbling with his gun, and then like looks over and like obviously surprised that Ghoul's nearly upon him. He doesn't go. Sass, it's your go again.
I think I'm just going to leave these two to deal with him. I don't think there's anything else I can offer here. Really, it's
back up to Ghoul then.
You can, of course, Sass, be assessing what we can, what money we can make out of these goods.
Yeah, I'll be doing that now that the fight is over and it's just one man to be pounded to death by his friend.
So yeah,
I don't need to see that
kind of melee combat with an improvised weapon. Is that clicking melee weapons or what? Do you think?
Yeah, just click melee weapons. But basically, you picked up this guy. You are beating him. You haven't got the weapon set up, so we'll. Let me just have a little look. Your character sheet. Roll the Mac knife.
So
and I'll just increase it. I'll just increase the damage a little bit.
Okay. Roll my Mac knife and submit. No modifiers on these dice.
No modifiers on this, no. Okay, it's actually 0 damage. So you do a minimum damage of 3. You smack into him, you knock him. Oh no, just a +4 damage. So that's a total of 7 damage you do. So you basically knock him back. He sort of like coughs up. You hear basically coughing and a little bit of a splatter, possibly coughing up blood. You're not sure. Did a little bit of damage to him, but not excessive amounts. Drew.
Okay. Let's try this one more time. Okay. Aim and shoot.
Okay.
I think the problem is maybe if this doesn't work, I realize the problem is I'm actually trying to look for the barrel. Right.
Yeah, that hits. That does 14 points of damage.
Ooh.
-6 is 8. Again, from behind you, Drew basically leans round, takes off a shot. This guy basically gets hit in the sort of neck. There's more blood basically spurting out from his armor. He's still standing, and he basically at close range shoots you with his ack, attempting to basically get you. Yes, that gets you straight in the head. It literally just pulls up the gun, like staggers back and basically shoots, and you get hit in the head. For a total of 14 points of damage.
Of which I can take 6 off. What
Yeah,
armor
you take
damage
6
do I
off. You take 1 point of armor damage.
Only 1 point of armor damage.
Yep. It's basically armor damage is always static. It doesn't increase.
14 and minus
and
6.
14 minus 6, which is 8 points of hit points damage, and you've taken a wound in the head.
Click that.
Which I just need to double check what that does.
Luckily, it's not where I keep my brains.
Yes.
Now you could always spend, if you wish, you can spend a rating point, or is it 2 rating points? 2 rating points to knock that down to 1 point of damage in total, if you wish. And not taking a wound.
Well, I'll take 2 of those. I'm going to spend. These are off my body, right?
Off your body, yes. It means you haven't taken the wound, because wounds are bad.
And 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage in total. So in other words, you get 7 hit points back.
So I was on.
So you get 7 back. 115.
Yeah. I'm back up to 18.
Oh, there's a. Anyway. Oh yeah, wounds. You can take a maximum of 6 wounds. You have the bleeding condition. It's not great. It's not life threatening. Well, it is life threatening, but it's not really bad. Okay, I think
you've been shot in the head, but it's not life threatening because, as you say, your brain isn't there.
You do have pretty impressive. It's like effectively you've got like a here's a stormer. Effectively, when a wound, it basically you get negatives basically, and you get modifiers effectively. I think it's a -1 modifier for each wound, and you also lose 1 hit point every 20 minutes.
But I'm not doing that because.
But you don't do that because you spent the points. Okay, so that was him. Sass, are you doing anything?
Well, I was expecting this fight to be over, so my last action I moved over here to like check stuff. Can I just have a shot at this guy instead? Try and finish this. Try and shut this all up because I'm kind of bored with it now. It's like, come on, guys. I mean, you're supposed to have finished this fella.
He does look on his last legs. He did have a really lucky roll against Gaul.
Yeah. So I'm gonna as I'm doing it, I'm gonna say, guys, let's just finish him for God's sake. And I shall roll and see what I get.
You miss. You can spend an attack and automatically hit. Spend those 3 skill dice and hit.
I'll do that.
So that takes him out. He had 1 hit point left. You do 8 points of damage, which knocks. He had 6 armor. It gives him 2 points of damage. You take him out.
I think that we should have been filming this because that would have been really cool. It's just like, guys, come on, blam.
Yep, there's a slight ricochet as your bullets go off, and you take the guy out. Silence descends in the area they are, where you have 5 dead Dark Knight agents.
And that was easy. They're not much of a challenge, are they? Really? I haven't got a feather. My feathers are fine. Not even a singe.
Yeah. So, are there any credits on the bodies? That's why I want to know. If we can't recuperate the loss, can we find any money?
Now, there's 2 sorts of currency in SLA. You have credits and unis. Unis is basically like effectively dollar bills. Credits are electronic only. So you have like a credit chip, basically, that you do all the and credits are the things that you buy when you're an employee. Only employees have credits, and you can only buy SLA equipment using SLA Industries equipment using credits. Unis are what basically civilians use, or unis. So unfortunately, and uni, I think it's 1 credit is either 10 or 100 unis. I can't remember which were off the top of my head, but they are worth a lot less. But these guys do not have any unis on them. They just have a trench coat, an assortment of Dark Knight weapons. They have a power machete, which is basically like a big machete with like a vibro machetes, but obviously lesser products because it's Dark Knight, and shotguns, and then you've got the variety of equipment, grenades, etc. Lots of guns.
This is all Dark Knight stuff, which we're going to have.
All Dark Knight stuff. Which, you can hand in to get destroyed, basically.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we're going to get this place destroyed. But
so whilst you guys, sorry, go on, Bruce.
Yeah, I was just going to say if Cezanne can get some publicity when we come out of the sewers, or get somebody, even like a local journalist or the feed, or however it's done, maybe we can try and get an image of like us destroying an image of the Dark Knight logo.
Well, I was just going to say, whilst you 2 guys are kind of policing up this lot, shall I head out of the sewers, find a reporter on the street, get them to come in and record this?
If you spend, I think it's bravado, you can. If you spend 2 basically bravado points, you could. There is a third eye camera, sort of like going past as you step out of the sewers.
I have.
It's just like one of the automatic ones. There's no reporter there. Obviously the reporter naffed off.
I've spent 2 bravado. I should do exactly that. And bring it down.
So
here
you step up to the camera. The Shiver, basically the Shiver sergeant comes over. Have you completed your work? The camera sort of like zoops down, and it's like obviously filming you as you're talking to the sergeant.
Yeah, so I'm kind of ignoring the sergeant and talking straight into the camera.
Okay.
Saying, what was our team called again?
Blistering Rain.
Blistering Rain has destroyed a Dark Knight cell that was establishing itself in the sewers here. That's coming with me. I'm going to record this and show the people what Blistering Rain have done to keep them safe. And
can I have a persuasion roll, please?
Yep. Let me just find.
To see if the operator of the third eye drone will actually follow you.
Okay, so what did my 2 bravado do? Did they just find
it meant the bravado actually meant that the camera was there.
Right.
So
Okay.
you're effectively saying you are on camera. You have now got to persuade the camera to follow you. You're still going to get a bonus from it, but as in a reputation bonus.
So I got 4 skill but no success. So can I turn 3 of those skill into 1 success?
Yes, you definitely can.
I'm
Or you
gonna
can
do
spend
that.
luck to re-roll your success dice.
I might as well if the luck gets recharged in
Yep.
the next game. So
I'm pretty sure they do, but it's a one shot. So
I will do exactly that. No, it still failed. Okay.
did you add? You didn't add your skill onto it.
Oh no, I didn't. Okay.
Your skill is just
7.
let me see. It's a 7. You rolled a 2, so you still failed. But it means that you can convert 3 into a success, and you get a +1. So
I'll do that.
the camera will follow you with +1. It wouldn't have followed you if you'd just got a flat success.
Right. Okay. Cool. And again, I'll be sweeping in all my lovely plumage showing. Obviously showing no wounds on me, but obviously a little bit of smoke coming from my gun as I'm going in.
The Shivers follow you in because obviously they know that the area has been cleared out. But obviously the camera is following you. You follow back into. And meanwhile, what have the other 2 been doing in the cache?
To be honest, I think we're getting ready to destroy it just to make sure everything's there to be destroyed.
Generally speaking, you would hand it over to the Shivers, and the Shivers would send it off to be destroyed.
That's fine. If there's on the bodies, once the cameras come in with the bodies, I certainly want to do a little showing off for the Power Reaper.
Okay.
And prodding the bodies with the Power Reaper, like this is what I've done with the Power Reaper.
Okay.
So showing like even the rush as well. Yeah, it's not like it's going to be great.
Give us a show off roll. Is there there's no performance or anything like that skill? What is your charisma 2?
Well, can I talk through the action using my
give us an oratory role then.
And using Bruce as part of the show because showing off his gun that laid low so many, and then obviously coming to Gaul for the people that he's taken down. Target 10.
Yeah. And also the pig. You could basically talk about the pig that you killed because Gaul eviscerated that pig.
Okay, my success is shit on that one, unfortunately. I've got no luck left either. I've used.
You got no luck left. Okay, so the camera sort of hangs around for a little while and then basically zoops off after you basically tell its whole story, but
just don't tell it well enough.
You don't, you tell it okay, but it obviously your initial persuasion was enough to get it to follow you, and you're able to basically tell its whole story, but obviously you don't think it boosted you that much. Okay. The Shivers collect the items. You return to the BPN hall and get paid. Obviously, you'll need to get your armor repaired, but it's still workable. You don't need to get it fully repaired. And that is SLA Industries, basically.
Cool. Go team! Go team!
Go team!
So
successfully took out a Dark Knight cell.
What sort of XP? How does that work out?
You get a small amount of experience points. Again, I haven't played second edition. We haven't played enough to actually get to the experience rules. I've only played 1 session of second edition, so I can't remember off the top of my head. Experience, but you get rating points, and you do get experience, which you can spend to increase skills. And I am just looking up.
It's quite late. It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
We've been going for what's
3 hours?
3 hours.
For about 3 hours.
Yep. So yeah, you basically get it does take a lot of experience points. Unlike, say, for instance, the year 0, where you can increase skills maybe from
quite
1 or
quickly.
2 sessions. It does take a number of sessions to get skill increases in this.
Well, that was great fun. Thank you for running that, Paul. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Really.
All right, there you go. It's
Yeah.
2 permission. Kablam knows. I couldn't find it.
So 3 for us then on this game, obviously.
Yeah, I'd say 3. I'd give you 3.
We were particularly awesome.
We were quite awesome, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you play to the cameras and things like that. So
That was great fun. I really
good.
enjoyed it. Before we go, Bruce, you wanted to mention something, didn't you?
Yeah, just because we appreciate the SLA Industries
Yeah.
collateral Kickstarter already passed, but I know happened just to know they were briefly in the chat, in the comments, that there's a SLA Industries fanzine Kickstarter going on, Ebb and Flow.
Ebb and Flow.
I'm not
Flow,
directly,
yeah.
I'm not directly involved with it. I just happen to know there's somebody from one of the gaming groups I'm with, and they are deeply committed to work. So, and there is community for it. So that is live at the moment. I think it's got 9 days to go. So if you are interested in more stuff, sadly we cannot get cannibalistic pig player characters in this
Into
version.
it. No.
Yeah, but if it's success, maybe we can get into the next one.
Well, the Nightfall Games will be creating a backer kit, so you can do late pledges if you do like the game, basically.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now
We'll put
the
a
characters
link into the show notes underneath
Yes.
here when I find it.
again, it's not like the backer kit's not live, but they will be doing it over the next couple of weeks.
Kickstarter's still going.
The Kickstarter's still going. Yeah, well, Kickstart ended on Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
Cool. Great game.
Awesome.
Great. And thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And well, thank you so much, because this all came about when Matthew and I were talking and about never having played SLA. Paul went, I'll run it for you then. And here we are a few weeks later having run it for us. Thank you so much, Paul. That was great fun.
That's all right.
Really enjoyed that.
I might have got some rules wrong, but I think at the end of the day, it's most important that we enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah, and I love my character,
ourselves.
and I loved our team. I thought that was really good. No, and really well run. That was great.
See,
fun.
we
Thank
can
you.
work as a team, Dave. We
We
can.
can. I know it doesn't happen often, but we can. I know. Brilliant.
Cool. Well, shall we say goodbye to our viewers?
Yes.
And the SCL increases as well. Don't forget that.
Yes, you all get SCL increases and credits.
Brilliant. See you all.
Brilliant. Cheers.